You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
You know who acted like Hitler? Hitler. That was it. I mean,
I'm just happy that he feels bad.
They went full on 4chan. You don't want Jesus to end up on the ground, do you?
John Lennon was killed for his beliefs.
I went to a Goatsy event with my mom.
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 411. I'm your host, as always, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Marvina Hag.
TJ, I could never follow that up, May.
And Spanky, coffin dancers, get your fucking coffins ready because people are about to fucking die.
Hell yeah!
Look, well, I would never celebrate the death of another human being. I'm pretty fucking excited this weekend.
So Twitter has come out and said you cannot wish Trump dies.
Yeah.
No,
which is hilarious.
Who said anything
it was
about
immediately
Trump?
met by people who, like Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying, look, here's a fucking list of people who've said, I hope you die, I want you to die, etc. I will kill you, scrolling through, and I've reported them, and you said it's not bad. So Twitter's
not a specific, like actionable threat or something.
Well,
so
no, it's not that. Like, they even, like, the Twitter communications tweet said, you cannot hope for. You cannot say...
Twitter's not in charge of what I hope for.
So,
fuck Twitter.
What I've seen people doing is doing, like, star, space, star, 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 space, star, star, space, star, 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 for, like, I hope he dies, but it's all stars.
I certainly I hope this Drumpf character dies.
Yeah.
Drumpf.
You guys, did you know his name was Trump?
Drumpf. Hey, that orange Cheeto, I hope he gets picked out of the bag.
Hey, guys.
Eatoed.
So,
how long do we have to wait before we go from Orange Man Bad to Orange Man Dead?
Dude.
You think Twitch will ban us?
Do you know what the most insane thing about this entire situation
is? Like, Twitch even knows I exist.
What the most insane thing about this whole situation that somebody pointed out to me on Twitter was, hey, remember when Trump's taxes got leaked? That was this week.
Yeah.
That was Sunday.
Yep.
So much has happened this week.
Yeah.
But we can all be happy that Trump has COVID. Whether or not he dies is fine, but when somebody basically talks about how something as serious as that isn't a big deal, and then he finally gets it, it just feels good, you know?
And when over, like, 210,000 people die, and then he gets it, and it's like, oh, your mental treatments for free.
Oh, not only was his tax leaked Sunday, there was a debate on fucking Tuesday.
Yeah,
Jesus, that felt so long ago.
I watched some of that debate. It's not even like so bad that it's worth looking up a highlight video. Just don't fucking watch it. No. It's literally like just
it's cancer.
It's only fun
if it's not like making a great case for himself, but like who expected him to? It's literally just Trump being a dickhead the entire time. It's not worth even watching.
It's fun if you just want to watch Chris Wallace's soul be destroyed.
It is pretty fun if you don't like Chris Wallace.
Oh my god!
It's literally like
just watching him lose his mind over the end to where he was just like yelling at them like kindergartners was fucking great.
Have you guys ever seen one of those like movies? I'm trying to think like Daddy Daycare or Pacifier. Basically, it's like
I saw that on Pornhub.
Oh my god. But no, it's like it'll be like a manly character. Like, it's like a Vince Vaughn or an Adam Sandler or a Vin Diesel, like this manly character who's not a babysitter, and like, oh, now
or
they've
a
got
Hulk
to
Hogan.
babysit these fucking terrible kids.
Yeah,
that's what Chris Wallace was at that debate.
I think it's fun that you think of the Vin Diesel type.
What do you mean?
As just a manly man.
I don't know. He's pretty manly. He was in Riddick.
Chronic What Cools of Riddick. Yeah, remember that?
I don't think that was how it went.
I think it was. Hey guys, SNL's back tonight, and guess who's not watching it? Me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't watched SNL.
I watched the entirety of the last 2 seasons via Hulu the next day. I cannot tell you why. It's because I'm like hate watching at this point because it's just so bad at this point, and there's so many like good people on it, but like the writing and that are just so bad.
Yeah,
I gotta say,
kind of like I'm just like eventually maybe it'll be good.
I'll watch whatever clips are on Reddit tomorrow.
Guy. Remember that? Remember that guy who was making fun of Chinese people that they almost hired last year?
Yes.
And then they didn't. I feel like Lance tweeted about this. I'm assuming.
Oh God,
Probably.
what does his Twitter look like right now?
Oh
I already
man,
checked.
all fucked
Is it any
up.
good?
Yeah, you can check. Why not? I want you to see it.
All right, everyone, gonna do that thing right. Like, go to this person's Twitter I've never met before.
Do the thing.
And just continuously. Okay, here we go. Twitter says that it will suspend people who openly hope for Trump's death on the platform. He says, first time for everything, I suppose. I actually agree with that sentiment, but not for the reasons that he's saying it. Like, I agree. Like, yeah, this is the first time they've responded to this kind of bullshit, but he's saying...
It's like a clock's stop clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
You know? It's like you finally agree with him.
Okay, this one is to an audience of John only.
Okay.
I tuned into the Jets and I've seen this game. I tuned into the Jets game to watch the potential of Darnold and got his ass knocked out. So much for that. Go Broadway, Joe Flacco. Lance,
first off, why would you be? Well, okay. I mean, I can't guarantee this, but what I could say is it's possible that either Joe Flacco or Sam Darnold may be on his fantasy team, his like keeper league team. So that's my situation with my fantasy football keeper league team.
Okay, but first off, who the fuck picks Joe Flacco, a backup quarterback, or Sam Darnold, the literal worst like rated quarterback in the entire league?
So he has Pat Mahomes as his quarterback, but again, we have like 25 or 28 man rosters or something like that. So
how
we
long
have
is
this
this
very
gonna go on?
Fantasy football with Lance.
Is this gonna be like 15 minutes, or because I can something else for a little while?
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you this is that his insane Twitter experience and views were not that way until about 2 years ago. So,
wait, so you're still football with Lance?
Yeah, we're in a fantasy football league together.
Do you like?
He beat the shit out of me last week.
You hang out.
I have not. I talked to him about 2 months ago.
Was it about the various groups that you hate?
He hates. I don't hate any groups. I think that all lives matter.
Ooh,
oh no!
Jeez.
The groan from that.
All right, so
that's how I know I'm in a good group. When I hear an immediate groan to that statement.
I am.
Fuck, dude.
So this one, I think is interesting. Watchmen, the film came out, and old school fans lambasted it. Now the show that was a total failure in ratings, it has a 85 on Metacritic. So I don't understand what the.
No, I think he means like people that watched it, which I don't know if you can even. I don't even know if you can get that.
You can get like
no, but on HBO though, I don't know if that has that but HBO Go I don't think counts on that.
Yeah, I mean. It's all like it looks like total viewers for the episodes averaged 1.5 million,
which is good. That's good. Like that's better than a lot of shows, especially when it's on a pay cable service.
As of episode 9, HBO reported 7 million viewers today, making it HBO's most viewed new series since Big Little Lies, which was a huge show. So the critic ratings and the Nielsen ratings are fucking great for HBO. So do not know what this motherfucker is smoking.
Well, no, I mean, when you're someone who's like, you know, turned into that, fucking red pill Trump thing, is that you just say a bunch of shit that you believe, and that's true. Yeah. You believe it.
Because then it's on your audience to check your facts.
Like, no, like, let me tell you something. I watched the Watchmen show. The ending kind of can lose you, but it's a 1-season show, so it's not like you have to worry about that show continuing if you didn't like the ending. The first 90% of the episodes are fucking phenomenal, and I liked the ending. But if you don't, it's 1 out of 10 episodes that sucks for you. But he says it was a total failure in ratings. Gets crickets because it's woke. Again, no idea.
Crickets because it's woke.
Yeah,
how is it woke?
Because I guess because they talked about a historical thing,
because they talked about the Tulsa massacre, like a thing
I don't know. I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this. If you think the new Watchmen is woke, like, did you watch the old Watchmen?
I've always wondered who watched.
But I mean, that was the whole point of his entire thing is let's tell truth to power, but instead
the movie didn't do well because it was Zack Snyder.
Well, the movie was. I like the movie a lot too.
I haven't seen it, to be fair.
Story. I like the movie.
I got so excited about the trailers for Watchmen.
The comic.
I got so excited for the trailers that I read that, and I never ended up actually seeing the movie.
Oh,
John, if you're running Ubers, should I be just doing my Nuzlocke on stream?
No.
Yeah, let's stream within a stream.
I'm only doing that because they asked me to, and I can. At this point, at my level, I can just fucking barely
what's your excuse
pay attention.
For having a mechanical keyboard?
Oh, that's true. Okay, you know what? I'll switch to clicking to do attacks. That's quieter.
Yeah, just do all mouse.
I can't do that. It's it's fine. At this point in the game, it is so fucking ingrained in my head. The button presses.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyway, so yeah, that's the world is just what I love about this is that Trump recovers, whatever. I'm just happy. The people that were saying this virus isn't a real thing are sick. They, maybe they'll survive, but they feel bad now. They're feeling the consequences of their actions at the very least. I can dream and hope that something really bad will happen. I've seen the reports saying that Trump had to be put on supplemental oxygen and that it doesn't look great. Hopefully it doesn't go good for him, but we'll see. I'm not going to say.
Hopefully, it's so bad that he is comes out of it a changed man and is more compassionate. But that's probably not.
Oh no, not even that. I just he can't golf anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean. He gets winded and shit. That's what I hope for.
So it's super important to remember what we lost to lead up to this day. Specifically, what happened to cause this series of dominoes to fall. And what we had to lose was
Rick Moranis getting punched in the face.
That was tragic. He is a national treasure.
I agree. I made a joke at his expense, and I feel bad about it. But
wait, who are we talking about? I was reading a Lance tweet that's hilarious.
Rick Moranis got decked in on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Why?
For no reason. Some guy just decked.
Just some rando.
He's an international treasure.
I know exactly. But I also said that
Rick
if you didn't want to get
got canceled, so I looked up why he wasn't in movies anymore. It's because his wife died and he was raising
kids. He was just
terrible.
I retire, but his kids are old enough that might be coming back.
I want to say my terrible joke that's tasteless.
Okay,
to Rick Moranis is that they and I put it on Twitter and TJ liked it, so he's also part of this.
Yes, I am.
I said if you didn't want to get punched in the face, maybe you shouldn't have shrunk them kids. Anyway, but it's not true. The only reason I make that joke is because I know he's okay. He just got punched. If he was actually hurt, it would be tragic.
This is one of my favorite Lance tweets. You know who acted like Hitler? Hitler. That was it. It's if that was the case, there would have been no Nazi party. You dumb motherfucker.
That's also true. That's a really good point.
He doesn't know what a simile is.
How are you the leader of a cult of personality if no one acts like you? That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah. Well, it's just because he's not literally well, I was gonna say doing concentration camps, but he's kind of doing that. So I don't know differences anymore.
Also, this one, which I literally do not know if he's serious because we've talked about this before. Oh no, The Rock is voting for Biden. I may have to rethink all of my worldviews now, LOL. I think he's being sarcastic there, but as we've talked about before, he likes a lot of people who just are like are extremely anti like alt-right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he'll not see The Rock's movies and like that'll show him.
Yeah, not see those movies.
Not see those. You know, I can think of one movie that that Freudian, so that Lance would like, but you know, it's
Home Alone 2.
To go with Birth of a Nation, but
fair enough.
We watched. We might do like an actual series recap of this, but like watch The Boys, people.
Oh god.
I'm trying to get my wife to watch it with me, and she just is like hates superhero stuff so much that she can't watch it.
I feel like that is the kind of show you.
That's what I told her.
The whole point of this is it's making fun of like the Disney Marvel.
I know.
Although like superhero stuff is like all the superhero stuff is like completely lampooning Disney, and all of the superheroes content is them being dicks or they're being actors, and then like the rest of the movie has nothing to do with superheroes.
Really, it's a show about supervillains.
Yeah.
Watch The Boys.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, okay, having read the comics, and I'm actually getting further through the comics now. Like,
look at this guy with his ability to read.
Well, they had a deal where all the comics were on like Humble Bundle, like the Boys comics were on Humble Bundle for like $15, and you get the full run. And I was like, well, I should probably get that because I'd read like the first 5. The comics are good in a way, but the show is just so much better. Like it just handles things so much better, and it feels more timely. Whereas like the show is just more like kind of like fuck you to the Superman myth, where this is much more about like
the show's very much about like what is happening
happening right now. Yeah, it feels very timely, kind of similar in the way to The Watchmen felt. Like it just feels very timely. Kind of commenting on society.
I can't wait until season 3 of The Boys, where there's like a global pandemic.
You know what I also think about it is I don't know yet, but like I don't know if Lance has watched the Boys TV show. I doubt it because he doesn't have. I'm assuming he doesn't have Amazon Prime or TV.
I think he just has a cell phone that he plays basketball.
I would know that he hates it. I would just assume, which is great because he loved the comics. So,
oh my god!
I mean, I like the comics too. I mean, they're fun, but
yeah, but I mean, they're very like bad.
What is this group doing?
What is that group you're doing, John?
There we go. Fucking Christ! All right, moving on.
Yeah. So we lost the ability.
I gotta cut TJ off.
Of course.
TJ was going to do a succinct history of everything that led to Trump getting COVID, starting from the beginning of time. Ready, go.
That is what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, Steve from Minecraft got announced for Smash Brothers. That's what led to Trump getting COVID.
I love how everyone was just like, this is going to be like all these things, and nobody, I think, guessed Steve from Minecraft. Didn't they announce a bunch of like Minecraft like bonus shit as well?
Yeah, so there's
like the Switch version of Minecraft.
Probably, I know the Axel. Like, there's going to be a new mob in the game, the Axolotl, but there's probably a bunch of other stuff too.
Axolotl, that's the little cute little like salamander
thingy.
With the little ear thingies.
The salamander with antlers.
Antler.
Minecraft guy have...
That's the title of the.
Wait, what is the title? Let me write this down.
Santler Lamantler.
Salmantler.
Wait, where did my notebook go?
Did the Minecraft guy have it for this, or is this Steve just a name that they added for his like character select screen?
Has been
Steve
named
is the canonical Minecraft guy.
I had no idea.
I really like that they put like I watched the whole video about
I wrote a bunch of notes on this earlier.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's really cool. I'm never gonna play the character.
Fuck
like
me,
I have
man.
no interest in Minecraft or Steve or anything. But I watched the entire 20 minutes that Sakurai talked about how they invented the character and how they tied it into the Minecraft series. And it's actually really fucking cool because it's like, if
is
you're
he gonna be able to
area,
dig destruct through levels and shit?
not destroy, but the terrain you're on does matter. So like, for example, you know how in Smash, you may not know, but
I
in
think
Smash,
all terrains matter.
The last
Yes.
Smash Brothers I played was like GameCube, so could you couch it in those terms?
So a lot of the DLC characters from other series will have like things from their series be like ported into the game. For example, Ryu is in from Street Fighter, so you can do like the Street Fighter like combinations, and it'll do like the Hurricane Kick and the Shoryuken and all that stuff in the game. Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is in Smash, and like he has a limit break you can build up. The things that they ported from Minecraft are like, you can drop a crafting table, which when you stand in front of it changes your special moves to be different things. And like your down special gets like things from the earth or from the ground below. And it all depends on where you're it depends on where you're standing. So if you're standing if you're on like Great Bay, which is in Melee, so you should know that one. That's the one that's the Majora's Mask.
Great Bay?
The one with the turtle.
Oh, that's my girlfriend.
So if you're on the wooden platform,
He's
there,
a Great
you dig,
Bay.
you're gonna get wood.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna get wood
if you're on
when I'm with my
Corneria, the Star Fox one where it's just the ship, you always get iron when you dig there. And then like maps that have like different terrains,
do a barrel roll.
You'll get different stuff out of it. So that's pretty cool. And then that like changes the moves you can use. So like if you have like redstone and gold, then you can do a move that like uses a rail cart, like a powered rail cart to like
what
launch you
moves
at the
can
end
you use?
There's a lot, and that's pretty cool.
So he's kind of like no, Game & Watch was more just like random shit he would do, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like context.
Yeah,
specific.
he would flip bacon at you.
Oh, dude. God,
Think
I
it
want
was
to
all
And he had like a trampoline thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When this is all over, we should get together and play some Smash. That would be fun. I
I've
haven't
got
played
Smash.
Smash in so long.
Yeah.
I have Smash. I guess we played online, but it's not the same.
Yeah, Ewan plays Smash with me every month or so at one point, and neither one of us are good at it.
But being in the same room is fun. Do you play the correct way, or do you play with stocks? What do you play? Oh no, you're playing 1-on-1 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I like stock is I guess the way to go if you're going to do 1-on-1. But if you're doing like more than two people, you have to do time mode.
Party game items.
Yeah.
With items and shit, because like it's just fun. And also if you do stock, you can just have like one person sitting around and trying to like not get hit and then they just win because they didn't die a bunch.
Yeah.
Is this a game I should get?
When you do time, you lose a point for dying, and if someone launched you, they gain a point. But if basically, like you just sit there and do nothing, you gain no points. So like that's the only way you can do like a more than 1-on-1.
Matt, wait till you have money, but yeah, that's the game you should get.
It's like
I'll play with you.
This is just a thing that's already on Switch that they're adding characters to, right? This is not like a new version of Smash Bros.
I think you have to buy the DLC packs for the characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So there's like 72 characters in the game. There's 8 to start, and you unlock up to 72 by playing. Yeah. And then there's a first DLC pass, which adds 5. And then there's a 6th character you can buy separately. That's
honestly the best part of the game is like unlocking the like new characters by like playing it, because it's just like randomly you'll do something in the game. They'll be like, oh, you got to fight fucking Princess Peach now. And then you have to fight her 1-on-1. And if you win, you unlock them. I don't know. It's just really kind of like satisfying slowly unlocking the entire roster.
Yeah. I might look into that because that'd be a good nostalgia kick.
I know that we've shifted from politics into games, but
what do you think they're going to add Trump and COVID?
Bowser got the coronavirus.
You can already make me characters.
No. So I left Twitter open and I just like saw that there was this trending thing. So tonight there is a debate in South Carolina between Lindsey Graham and his opponent. His opponent brought an entire plexiglass fucking like divider between him, and that is the fucking most hilarious thing I have ever seen. Like, it's not just a mask; he brought this fucking giant plexiglass divider.
Is it like the fucking Andy Reid fucking?
Oh
thing?
no! It's not. It's a wall. It's like a dividing wall. Like you would put.
I just want to give some context to those for people who don't know who Andy Reid is. So he's the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, and I believe all the coaches and sideline staff have to wear masks at football games. But he wasn't wearing a mask. He had like a fucking like homemade cut plexiglass shield. Like it was like one of those like salad bar shields that he just had over his like head. It was like, what the fuck is this supposed to accomplish? It was literally like not anything, and it kept fogging up.
Yeah,
like, dude, what the fuck?
He got a lot of shit for it. But what's funny is that there was hockey goalies who like got in touch with him after that because they saw the game and they're like, "What the fuck is this old man doing?" So they told him like, if you want to do a face shield, first you have to get defogging solution and you have to coat that bitch, and because like that's hockey, players have to deal with this shit. It's like you have to get defogging solution. You have to put it on every hour, or else it'll just like wear off. And it'll start fogging again, and you have to poke holes in the top. So, like, if you're doing a visor, you have to have holes in the top so the hot air can go through instead of warming up the plastic and making the cold air condense onto the hot plastic. But so he's done that in every game since, and it's worked for him. He's not had any fog problems. But the first one was hilarious because you could just see like this piece of like foggy ass plastic on his face, and you'd see him like trying to like wipe and see through it and shit. It was hilarious.
Dude, I thought
it was really stupid. And it's just really, I just love. God, I'm so happy. It's been so long since I've been able to be happy.
I told Ewan that the last time I was happy was in January of 2016.
Yeah.
When I was watching a Twitch stream of my friend playing Undertale, which I've never played. I was just watching other people play it. And he was like very slow at it and like talking to everyone, and then like every NPC he talked to, he'd tell a little story about like someone it reminds of. And like it was this so wholesome thing. And then after that, I've never been happy. I've literally not been happy since January of 2016.
Yeah. So it's just nice. It's just nice to have that we got one, and to those people saying like, whatever, I'd say cue the Always Sunny music and just say, what was that quote from that episode where
screw that old bitch, he's a Nazi.
Yeah, screw that old bitch, he's a Nazi. Like, should we feel bad about him being sick? Nah, no. He's a fucking Nazi.
No. I mean, I know I'm definitely not the one to listen to on this because like everywhere I go, people are like, can you not like wish people death all the time?
Look, man, dude yesterday told the fucking racist organization Proud Boys to stand by, fucking die. Yeah. Like, come on.
And then like they're like, no, what he meant was like, don't do violence. And it's like, okay, let's go to the Proud Boys.
Say that.
No. Let's go to the Proud. They were like, let's go to the Proud Boys like communication director and see what they said. And he's like, he basically told us to go out there and fuck shit up. That was like a verbatim quote of what he said. I was like, you know how they took it.
Yeah.
My favorite part about that was Proud Boys becoming like front page material on Reddit and finding out that the Proud Boys aren't just college douches. There's like 50 men that have Proud Boy on their t-shirts and they just look adorable.
You know who is a Proud Boy? My Steve, my cat. Steve.
Oh, also that Reddit's doing this like thing where they upload pictures of happy gay couples with Proud Boys in the title to try and like take over the search results.
Nice.
The only people who can take over search results are K-pop fans. They're the only ones with the physical capability who can do that.
I love there was like a image too of Hope Hicks and Donald Trump with him like grasping at her hand. And they said it's like a Greek tragedy. Like, it's just like, oh my God.
I think you mean comedy.
I just want to say this. The motherfucker knew that he had fucking COVID-19 when he went to the debate.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And didn't warn anyone on the Biden team. It's just insane.
Yep. You know,
just
I'm starting to think this Trump guy is not a great person.
Well, this is the thing.
I'm starting
the
to
GOP
think
is a death cult.
maybe not great choice for president.
Oh man, it's just great. God, oh, I'm so happy he feels bad.
Yeah,
That's a great way of putting it. You know what I mean?
I'm just happy that he feels bad.
Well,
he's had some consequences to his actions.
yeah, and I'm happy that Senate GOPers are freaking out that they might not get their stolen Supreme Court.
Oh my
seat.
God, I know the possibility of that happening with a bunch of high-ranking GOP senators also testing positive. Are they going to not be able to get together to get a vote?
We're used to the hypocrisy now that nobody's even talking about the fact that McConnell said that you can't court justice in an election year. It's fucking 1 month away, and he's like, "No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
No."
And we're just all so used to it.
I know this because I kept that Twitter tab open with that Harrison guy who brought his fucking plexiglass recording booth with him.
Yeah,
to separate him from Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham,
Jamie Harrison, look it up. He's fucking great.
Lindsey Graham in 2016 was like, I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president and a Republican Senate, we will not, and use my words against me, we will not do a Supreme Court justice. Which, of course, it was a lie because it was always a lie. That was the point.
Oh,
yeah. But
even when they said that, it was like
there's a debate happening right now, and apparently he's just like, you said to use your words against you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to you.
So yeah, dude. I had no idea this debate was going on. I might watch this later.
I didn't either, but I'm really happy that I learned about the guy bringing his plexiglass fucking recording booth. that makes my day.
Yeah, so the second surge for coronavirus is already underway, so everyone should just... I like how everyone was like, hey, everyone should be hunkering back down. It's like, bitch, I've been hunkered down.
Yeah.
What was everybody else doing?
Why do you think all the fucking people suddenly getting COVID are Republicans? Because they're the ones not wearing masks, not socially distancing.
And I've heard them try to spin it that's how it proves it's a Democratic conspiracy, because none of them have been getting it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
would just be
that could be true.
Yeah.
Or we could all just not be fucking idiots and learn about...
I mean, it's just like saying, okay, we have all of these people who are choosing to be unhygienic now are dirty. And it's it's not our fault that you didn't do the thing we told you to do. It's just so fucking stupid.
As of 9 hours ago, Senate announces recess until October 19th.
Well, yeah, but they're still going to do all of the Supreme Court seat stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
that's not a recess then.
No. But that's like a judiciary committee is going to have hearings.
Oh,
the actual Senate will not be together because they don't want more people to get sick before they.
So just the rest of the
to be there.
Committee will get sick then. All right, cool.
Well, and it's kind of like bullshit too, because we have fucking coronavirus relief bills that people want to get done.
Yep. Well, not in the Senate. They don't want to do things in the Senate. Mr. Turtle Man, just hates that things get done. He's so happy when things don't get done. He talks about that's his whole job is we don't get things done, and that's what you paid me for. Fuck you. I want Turtle to get the virus. I'm sorry.
I don't know if he can because it cross species again.
That's
true. I mean, there are dogs and cats with the coronavirus.
Well, they can carry it, but
I don't think they get sick from it.
You guys don't have corona, do you? No, they're sleeping. I think they're good.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
What do we talk about now?
It just feels so good.
I know. I'm just
so happy.
I've obsessively refreshing news feeds, and instead of feeling terrible, I feel giddy.
It's the opposite of doom scrolling.
Yeah.
It's like happy scrolling.
And
who's gonna get it next? Who's next?
I'm over feeling guilty about it. I don't give a fuck. I
don't feel guilty.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait, we were supposed to ever feel guilty about?
I did
period on that.
I did.
Well, it's the insane fucking bullshit that the Democratic Party has been spouting since the Obamas were in office. Of they go low, we go high, and it's fucking dumb.
Yeah, it turns out that's a losing strategy.
Because what happens is they go low, we go high, they go even lower, and then
they fucking take you out at the knees.
Yeah,
the problem with I get the idea of
they're not playing
high.
But they're not playing fair. So
no, I get the idea of start high. They start low, we start high. But you should not fucking remain high if they're going for your kneecaps. You know what I mean? At a certain point, you're gonna have to fucking kick them in the teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could remain high as a country, we wouldn't have a lot of these problems.
I'm working on it.
We just got to get that marijuana legalization everywhere, and then it'll be fine. The country will be fine.
And I'm a fucking square.
What if Trump came out and said that? What if he was like,
what?
I'm gonna legalize weed?
That's the one good thing. You still suck.
No, and then Biden's still against it. Would that ruin everything?
No, because weed's really easy to get.
I'm just saying that, because I feel like that would get the Joe Rogan group fully on Trump's side even more so.
I mean, either way,
the Joe Rogan group doesn't fucking vote. They talk a big game,
that is
and they
very
do
true.
not vote.
Yeah,
those people are not going to go and vote.
They'll just,
oh my God,
they'll just complain about whoever.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Wait, what if Trump dies and they can't replace him with?
They just Weekend and Bernie's him for a while.
No.
I did see that Photoshop on the front page of Reddit.
So he dies, and they can't put Pence on the top of the ballot because they've already you can't change a ballot that close to the election day. So they're all right, Republicans are just going to sit this one out. So we're going to go to our remaining two popular candidates, Joe Biden and Kanye West.
That is fun.
Oh my God, he might lose.
No, but what really would happen is people would vote for Trump, and then the delegates that get promised for Trump are free to vote for whoever.
This was decided by the Supreme Court because one dumbass in Minnesota in 2004 voted for John Edwards instead of John Kerry, and the Supreme Court said, nope, you can't do that. You have to vote for them separately. Whoever you vote for president, not for vice president, for president is who you have to have your delegates vote for. So is someone
but isn't the whole thing with
Minnesota?
Isn't the whole thing with the Electoral College that they're not really bound to
No. Okay. So here's the thing. They used to not be bound. This year, there was a Supreme Court decision that
this
said
is a new thing.
So if you combine the John Edwards, John Kerry court decision with the current court decision that says you can't just elect whoever you want, it is illegal to vote for the vice president for president when you meant to vote for the president. That was decided in 2004, and it's illegal to vote for whoever the fuck you want.
Spanky, there's nuance on that last bit.
Well, before you get into the nuance, let me just say that if Trump does die and people vote him in, then we're going to need the other John Edwards to interpret his orders.
The president might fucking die.
It's not,
and I don't even feel bad about it. That's the weird part.
So Spanky, the actual nuance of that is that once the base off of whatever method of choosing that the state picks the electors, whether it's a state that does proportional, whether it's a state that does all, or which it won't happen by the end of this election cycle, but if the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact goes into effect, because enough states have passed that.
It takes 26 days.
No, it takes a certain amount of electors.
It takes 50% plus one of the delegates.
Correct. So if that goes through, that still has nothing to do with that decision, because if your state guarantees that the electors are from the party that wins the national vote, even if they didn't win your state. Mm-hmm. It's just that the elector can't vote for whoever the hell they feel like, as long as you picked that elector. So if that elector is from Camp Orange versus Camp Yellow, he has to vote for Camp Orange. But if your state, let's say, votes yellow, but nationally votes orange, and your state says, well, we're going to say that the Orange Camp won the country, so we're going to send orange electors.
More like orange. The Orange Cheeto Man.
Yeah.
Orange Man bad.
Are you calling Joe Biden a coward, making him Team Yellow? He beat the shit out of Corn Pop in a swimming pool parking lot, apparently.
My wife couldn't remember the name. And she was like, what is it? Oh, yeah, Corn Pop. Oh, my God. Speaking of my wife.
My wife. Hey, speaking of things that come out soon and might influence the election, Borat 2 is coming out October.
Yeah.
And apparently, this might be just hype, but one of the press releases said that somebody was recorded doing career-ending shit on it. So look forward to that.
Right. It's coming out soon.
I hope it's Mike Pence.
I do too, but it won't be.
It'll
not
going to
be like a GOP senator or something.
No, it's going to be like a state senator.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
like the guy from This Is America that career because he's a dumbass racist.
You mean Patriot Act?
What?
Hassan Minhaj's the Patriot Act?
Yeah, what do you mean This Is America?
No, that was
that was Sacha Baron Cohen's TV show.
No, he did a TV show on Showtime.
That's right. I thought it was just the
Childish Gambino song.
Childish Gambino song.
Oh
yeah. That song.
Oh yeah, gonna go and do some cool.
God, that's a fucking good song.
It is a fucking great song, and he's a really great musician.
He should do a 2020 version. We Didn't Start the Fire in length.
Yeah.
I remember when the This Is America video came out, and I went to work, and my 40-something-year-old Democrat coworkers were like, "Did you see the video?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, there's this video. It's it's super it's crazy." And I watched it. I'm like, "This is exactly what Childish Gambino is known for. What the fuck is so crazy about this?" Yeah. They didn't know who he was. I'm like, "No, this is the kind of shit that Donald Glover does. Have you seen his stand-up? Are you kidding me?" Fucking Democrats.
Yeah. There was remember the name.
So
there's a music video that people were saying should have won Video of the Year for just basically being that sentiment times a million.
His name is Dong.
Much more uncomfortable to watch, but maybe I'll post that in the Discord if I remember what it's called.
Shorten his first name to Don and then say his name.
Dong Lover.
Did you know that he someone was oh, we should get Donald this is back in 2011 whenever Andrew Garfield got cast as Spider-Man. We should cast Donald Glover as Spider-Man, and then racist people were like, "No, we can't have black as the Spider-Man."
Miles Morales.
And then they literally made Miles Morales in the comics because of that.
Oh, really?
Inspired by Donald Glover, and then in Spider-Man: Homecoming, Donald Glover has a cameo.
He's Miles Morales' uncle
in the show,
or cousin or something.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I like that.
I guess not uncle, because then he'd be the evil guy from Into the Spider-Verse, right?
Well, I think Donald Glover's a little too old to be Spider-Man.
No, he's not. Have you seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, he could be an older version.
It's 38.
I guess if they did an older Spider-Man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
just assuming they would do another origin story movie.
No, well, I don't know. I guess the
thing about origin story movies is they've literally stopped doing them. After the Andrew Garfield one, they're people have seen too much of Spider-Man origin story because there was
everyone.
We still get the fucking story. Batman origin story. Even in Joker, you saw going down the drain.
But the thing is, the pearls. That it's such a good scene. Fucking Christopher Nolan, baby.
That's what I say after every time I'm on Pornhub.
Christopher Nolan, baby.
Yeah. Martha Wayne Pearl Necklace is my search term on.
Why did you say that name?
Wait, Martha? That's the same name as my mom.
That's the same name as my name. I mean, my mom's name.
I have the greatest idea for a porn ever, and like maybe it's not because I don't watch porn, but here it is. Here's the idea. It's Superman.
So dumb.
No. Superman is like boob fucking Martha Wayne.
Superman and host.
And then she's like, say my name. And then he's like, what is your name? Because like she's just a hoe he picked up. And she's like,
I'm pretty
Martha.
sure I just saw this on the most recent episode of The Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I did love that they had the porn parodies of the
man. They used the word cuck a lot in the latest episode.
Yeah, they did.
They went full on 4chan.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. It's a word that I hadn't heard outside of like old French plays until like a couple of years ago. I will never understand like how that made a comeback.
What, cuck?
Don't call it a cuck. The first time I heard it was when you were playing my dad in Tartuffe and you were blaming Jay of making a cuckold of you.
I mean, that's like that old... Yeah, I guess that was like a really popular term in like the ye olden times.
Back when America was great.
Back when America wasn't a thing yet. So
wait, what's the thing from The Boys? Make America Safe Again. Is a quote from this recent episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which felt like it's like the show is like somewhat triggering in a way, but it's also like, not.
Yeah.
It should
also,
be too
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
Them name dropping PewDiePie was me going, and it was by the Nazi. The Nazi was like, you don't like PewDiePie to a little kid.
Oh shit! Like, I didn't even make that connection.
Yeah, the Nazi is trying to get the kid interested in PewDiePie, and like it wasn't like a like they tried to make a name that sounded like PewDiePie. It was just PewDiePie.
Yeah, it's like it should be too on the nose, but it's too good. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
John, give TJ your login so he can watch The Boys and buy stuff on Amazon.
I don't have money.
Your login.
I don't have money to buy stuff on Amazon.
No, but it'll be John's login. John's Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you can.
What's your
buy shit.
John? What's your password?
My password is Amazon Prime password.
What's your routing number for your bank?
What's the 16 digits on the front of your card and the 3 digits on the back?
Just the first 16.
What's the
Uwu?
1, 2, 3, 4,
okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
And what are the last 8 digits of your social security number?
The last 8. Oh, so I had a nostalgia trip this morning, and I don't want to go too.
I'm the nostalgia critic. I review it, so you don't have to.
Exactly. So I was looking into some.
I gotta cut TJ off.
That's great. He probably did get canceled.
TJ, is this your favorite fucking running joke?
I don't know. At this point, I might as well just have a side stream and just like do Twitch streamer reacts to the Born in the 80s podcast.
Yeah. You just turn to the camera like Jim in The Office.
You're like Jim Halpert in The Office. you need to get the not the Always Sunny, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Like, whenever I do that. No, go on what you're gonna say.
But I went to one of my old favorite humorous things on the Something Awful website.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't a Photoshop Friday as they were wont to do years ago, but something similar. They had two different times they had done these things called awful arcade machines, where people did photoshops of just ridiculous arcade machines, and I'd go through them, but it's not really good for an audio podcast. So maybe we will stream that later as kind of an aside. Some of them are kind of a product of their time, and some of them, some of those humorous things should be canceled in today's culture, but some of them are great, including the Clerks animated series reference of the bear driving a car.
I love that. That Clerks animated series is so good.
I haven't seen it.
We should watch it sometime. It's 6 episodes.
Is it? It feels like something that's just not streaming anywhere.
It's so ahead of its time because if Adult Swim had existed, it would have been exactly what would be on that. But it was before then. So, let's see. Doug Walker.
Clerks, the animated series, is on Apple TV for purchase.
No, I guess he isn't canceled, at least according to his Wikipedia page. So,
who?
Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic.
Is there a website that I can put somebody's name in? And...
Channel Awesome, I think.
Yeah.
It was canceled, but Doug Walker was the one trying to cancel them, I think.
Oh, so he's a good guy.
Maybe. I don't know. I could have this wrong.
It's hard to tell with all the people on the internet. I
remember Ewan talking to me about this, and I think it might have been hold on, let me see if I can figure that out. Probably on the channel. I remember
watching his videos and enjoying them when I was in college and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. And I went to the Channel Awesome Wikipedia. Initial allegations.
Whenever you have a Wikipedia page that has allegations on it,
the Wikipedia page, ctrl+f, type in allegations. If you get a hit, that person's fucking canceled. Yeah. So here's what it says. Between October 2014 and January 2015, several longtime content producers departed from Channel Awesome. In March 2018, several former producers alleged via a series of Twitter posts mismanagement and mistreatment by members of Channel Awesome's upper management, including the Walker brothers and Mashad. I don't know who that is. The allegations included a history of sexist behavior by Mashad to our female producers, incompetence by the Walker brothers, including Doug Walker, during production of the company's anniversary films, and failure to communicate with producers about significant decisions affecting them. One such allegation from Ellis stated that production on the film To Boldly Flee, she was repeatedly pressured into looping a scene in which her character was implied to be raped off-screen by Louis Lovhaug's character. She further alleged that due to her and Lovhaug's protests over the scene's content, Doug Walker rewrote it, so the implication of assault was less implicit. Ellis said that she was forced to perform the scene under intimidation. In March and April 2018, several producers, including Lovhaug and Todd Nathanson, Derek Jackson, and Mike Jevons, departed from Channel Awesome. Further departures. There's a bunch more people. There was a document release called Not So Awesome via a public Google Drive page. And then more people left, like Chris Stuckman. And then there was another follow.
There are a lot of Not So Awesome people on Channel Awesome, but Doug Walker wasn't one of them.
Well, he was definitely implicit in at least some intimidation. No, directly from. Because he was the one who rewrote and directed the scene where she had to do over and over again the scene where she was being raped, and not just that was a bad decision, but they literally said no, we don't want to do this over and over and over again. And they said no, fuck you, we'll change this, we'll change a detail about it, and then we'll have to keep doing this. So he's definitely done that.
What is this channel? Because I thought we were talking about in my up it was video games and stuff, but why are they doing scenes about rape?
I feel like they did their own like indie film kind of stuff too.
Okay,
on top of
that seems like maybe you don't try to do as an amateur, that level of
so the longest running shows that are part of Channel Awesome are the Cinema Snob, which I believe is pretentious art critic, watches and comments on obscure exploitation films and pornography. That's strange. Angry Joe Show, who was one of the people who left Channel Awesome in 2018.
I feel like I've heard of Angry Joe.
Yeah, he's a video game YouTuber now.
No, he always has been. The reason I know this is because this is around the time, and I honestly don't know how bad of a person he was in this specific implication here, but this was the time Mass Effect 3 came out, and like there were people who hated the ending, and like that sucks. Like, I mean, I didn't like the ending, but you know what? That sucks.
Well, there are people that like got way into it. And we're like, EA's ruining like games because of like.
And they made petitions and they harassed developers and doxed people. Like they were being extremely basically, Angry Joe was the figurehead of that entire movement. He was doing YouTube videos about it. He was like the biggest YouTuber pushing for this petition and stuff. So it definitely wasn't on the scale of like Gamergate, but it was like a pre-Gamergate mobilization of like doxing and whatever by gamers to people because of something they didn't like. So like when I look back on that, I remember that and I'm like, I don't know if Angry Joe is a bad person, but I think about that sometimes, and I don't think
Proud
I
Boys.
like,
Yeah, they were just boys, and they would grow up to be proud boys. They would learn to be proud. It would. Exactly. Gavin Newsom would mobilize them into their final
Gavin
form.
Newsom like also doesn't have a chin.
Untextured Gavin Newsom.
Go on r/Blender and request that. Really, my 3D models are just polygons, so like I can't do it. I can't fulfill that wish for you.
The thing about
TFW wipe on General Dracasath.
Nerd reference. I just am too cool to get.
Yeah, agreed.
No,
do you guys like the cartoon television show The Legend of Korra?
I do. Wait, we're not getting to Korra yet, are we?
I don't know.
Like, it's been an hour and a half since we were supposed to start.
No, it's been an hour and 15.
No, I'm looking on our Twitch.
It's been about an hour since we started.
Yeah, it's been an hour since the podcast started. So let's give us another like 20 minutes. TJ, can you bring up something?
No. Unless you want to know why I'm dressed, or unless the podcast wants to know why I'm dressed up.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Halloween's coming up, guys.
Yeah. So what are you dressed as, TJ?
I had to cut you off, so I wanted you to start saying something, so I cut you off. TJ, why are you dressed up?
Because I shoved bread into my daughter's face and everyone cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
So yes, you communed with nature and get Jesus and God. I think I don't know.
I've started a commune. You're all welcome to join. It costs all of your worldly possessions.
Okay. I think Jared Leto has one of those, but I'm not allowed to join because I don't have.
Wait, what's the one from the lady from no shit? What's that Superman show that existed on the CW?
Oh, Nexium.
Yeah, Nexium. That's the weird.
Nexium's a Superman. Did you do like the little circle breads, or do you? Because I went to a Lutheran mass once, and they had like actual bread that had actual flavor. It had like sugar on it. It was fucking delicious.
I know what you're talking about. They actually like have an actual flatbread they like tear into pieces. Mm-hmm. Every Catholic church I've been to, it's the fucking discs, little like, fucking wafer discs.
It's the plus sign Othello pieces.
Yeah.
Plus sign Othello pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, they're thinner than Othello pieces.
Yeah.
One time I got in trouble because I had like headgear in the roof of my mouth that was like supposed to stretch my teeth out sideways.
Power expander.
Yeah. And because of that, I broke the hose before I put it in my mouth. And then the priest talked to me after Mass and was like, you know, when you do that, there could be little bits of Jesus that kind of crumple off and end up on the ground. And you don't want Jesus to end up on the ground, do you?
Okay. I'm like, fucking Jesus is in the ground, bitch. He died.
I've been to all
sins.
I've been to all sides.
I gotta say though, like,
yeah,
what is it called? Like, Transubstantiation, is that the word
Yeah.
for this shit?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Catholics are wrong. I'm sorry, Catholics, but what
Yeah.
the fuck?
No,
They're like hardcore, aren't they? They're like the only ones that I believe it's like actually
Yeah, but
changing.
you're actually eating Jesus.
Yep.
Catholicism is the most metal version of Christianity.
It's true. It's like it's like
the
it's
titty goth girlfriend of Christianity.
Loki.
Because she drinks, she fucks, and she's really into like fucking gothic shit.
They just won't shut up about Satan.
Yeah.
Is it
And
any
they're
wonder
interested
I'm
in
obsessed
windows.
with like Satanism and stuff now? You did this to me, Jesus. You did this. I learned it from you.
I always thought it was funny, like, all my Catholic friends, which were, like, 3 of them, were super, super, like, they didn't drink, they didn't fuck. And I'm like, those are the 2 things that, like, Catholics are down to do that the Protestants are super shitty about. I never understood how, like, I'm like, you guys are being Baptists about this, and you're Catholics.
Yeah.
You go through all the trouble of being Catholic just so you could fuck, and you don't. I'm so confused.
Because of Catholic guilt. You forget about the Catholic guilt.
That is the other thing that comes with Catholicism. Do you guys want to hear a joke that my priest said at Mass once?
He said, "Kids, can you find the quarter?"
No, we didn't have one of those. So a Catholic priest and a rabbi get in a car accident, and the priest is like, "Oh shit! Well, thank God we're okay. Let's celebrate this moment with some communion wine. I got some in my trunk. Let's toast to Jesus or probably not Jesus if it's a rabbi. God."
Say, "Oh shit!"
And then so he gives some to the rabbi, and the rabbi drinks it. And he's like, "Are you gonna have any?" And the priest goes, "Yeah, but after the cop shows up."
Oh,
that's like one of 4 things I remember about Catholicism.
Now, regardless of everything, I'm really surprised when we registered our family as members of this church. I think this was after we got married, probably after we got married. I don't know. I actually told myself I wasn't going to lie in the registration sheet. So I said that I'm atheist.
Yeah.
So all the letters do come in my wife's name or directly to the kids.
They're just like, oh gosh, maybe she can save us.
The one thing I remember about being a Catholic is our catechism class, like we had in high school, and this fucking lady who was like super Catholic came and like talked to us about how like she had they were having like trouble, like, or no, they wanted to adopt a kid from like China or something, and how they like went through that process. And then they like were very specific about the fact that like they prayed that she wouldn't get pregnant because if they had a kid, they couldn't adopt a kid. And it's like, bitch, use a condom. But of course they didn't because they're Catholic. Yep. And it's like, that's fucking so stupid. They were just like, it was through the grace of God that we were able to adopt. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. Like, my mom and her family are all like super Catholic, but they're like not stupid. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, even my like 87-year-old grandma was like, you know what? Maybe gay people are just fine.
I just remembered another thing about
you fucking like, come on, like Jesus.
I remembered another Catholicism.
There's liberal Catholics that exist, which is like a small sect, but they definitely exist.
I would say that like growing up where I grew up, Catholics were considered liberal regardless. Like even the right wing Catholics were considered liberal because like they were compared to Methodists and Pentecostals and Southern Baptists and all sorts of shit. So it's like comparatively, they were the left wingers, which is funny because like I said, they can fuck. They can't wear condoms, and they get into a whole bunch of trouble if but like they can fuck and then just go tell their priest that they fucked and get like, oh, you got to say like 50 Hail Marys for fucking.
Yeah.
But that's it. You know what I mean? Whereas like if you fuck and you're a Protestant, then if you're a man, it doesn't matter. But if you're a woman.
The problem with Catholicism is if you are Catholic and you become president, then you're not really in charge of Pope is, and you report to him for everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One world government, QAnon.
I forgot that Joe Biden was Catholic.
Oh, is he? I was talking about Kennedy.
I swear to God, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I gotta not.
Well, it doesn't matter because VP's a cop. So
yeah,
I
she's
remember
cop-like.
I was in high school. If you can picture this, in high school I was an asshole, and I remember.
Whoa.
I remember being an asshole to religious kids, like, which was all of them. But like, I remember the one thing I remember is like I was bitching about like whatever sect of Pentecostal it is that like forces the women to wear skirts, and that's why like they don't have to participate in gym class or something like that. And I would just like bitching out loud because I was a teenager and an asshole. And I was like, with these fucking Pentecostals, you know how they are. They don't have to do any of this shit. And there was this girl just staring me with such a death stare, like through my soul. And she was a Pentecostal girl, and she wasn't participating because she had to wear a skirt. And she's like, "What do you mean we're that way?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't come out on the gym without gym clothes, so go fuck yourself."
What are you gonna do? Beat me up? I'm in the gym. You can't come out here.
Yeah, but like because of that, because of like my reputation for being a dick, because like I was like one of the only kids who like was an out atheist, I guess you could say, and was that like my Catholic friends, they didn't want to like I would ask them like honest questions because like I never wanted to like be shitty towards the Catholics because like the rest of the school was shitty toward them for quote worshiping Mary anyway. That like I felt bad for them.
We worshipped. I don't remember worshiping Mary.
No, I don't know where they got that idea, but like they kept telling the kids that, other kids that. Anyway, but I remember asking them like, what's a catechism? What's a what's a homily? I kept asking this shit, and like one of them who was actually pretty cool was like, Brandon, you got to stop asking people that. We don't want you messing up our, like being a dick to us for this. I'm like. No, I'm actually curious. I guess because they thought that I knew what it meant. I'm like, no, Of course you know what it means. What the fuck is a homily? Like I think that's like
all the southern Protestants were like, what weird witchcraft can I study about you? And so they're just so like.
You know what I like is
the fact that Catholics like were into exorcism for a while. I know they like officially weren't even when the exorcism.
No, I like the Latino Catholicism that's like got the Catholicism that's got like all the weird like fucking witchcraft and shit in it.
Oh
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Where they're like, I don't know, they light candles and like.
Well,
bury an egg and some shit. Like,
Mexican Catholicism is blended with a lot of traditional beliefs, so they have and they have a lot of saints that just aren't really Catholic saints, and they're old deities from whatever traditional beliefs. So there's a Saint Death, and fucking
hell yeah,
like
that's my confirmation name.
Gangs and stuff will like pray to her before they like go out and fucking murder people. It's Saint Death is fucking great.
Like, hey, what is a confirmation name? What is that about?
I've got to deal with that in a couple weeks with the old kid.
Yeah.
And I was just
so for confirmation, your confirmation name is another additional middle name that you get that is taken from the name of a saint usually.
Yeah, no, I know what it is now.
I don't remember.
But that was like one of the questions I would ask the Catholic kids, and then be like, "Are you just going to make fun of us and be a dick like you are to the Protestants?" I'm like, "No, you guys have." I literally tell them this. I said, "You guys have way better architecture than the Protestants."
So I really wish I would have
go to a Protestant church. It was like a fucking grocery store or something in there, and then I'd go to a Catholic church. And it's like there's stained glass windows and paintings and shit. Yeah. That's fucking cool.
There's
I wish I would have picked
snakes getting stabbed. Shit in the windows.
Saint Death. I wish I would have picked her.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure my confirmation name was just Saint Matthew. I'm pretty sure I was just like, I don't give a fuck.
So you're Matthew Allen Matthew Hag?
It's not a legal name, John. You don't have to use it.
It's legal. I use mine all the time.
This reminds me that Macaulay Culkin changed his middle name to Macaulay Culkin, so his name is Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
nice.
Macaulay. Yeah.
TJ, he's Southern. You got to give him a break.
Oh,
they don't know how to good word talk like us.
I want you to guess what my saint.
I can't talk.
My name is
Peter.
No,
because it's got Peter. Pete, like we
know.
know.
Hold up. Wait, your confirmation name?
Yeah.
Patrick.
Probably one
Joseph.
of the most popular saints of all time.
Jesus.
It is
Thomas
Patrick.
Aquinas.
Jesus.
Teresa.
My middle name is already
Chorizo.
Thomas. So
Saint
it'd be
Chorizo. Oh, man.
Jonathan,
No.
Thomas, Patrick,
Fucking, I was talking to Ewan today about Old Yeller. I don't remember.
You
why.
should do a podcast where it's called Chewin' with Ewan, and you talk about stuff
Well, eating shit.
like chewing the fat. Like
We have a
Chewin' with
podcast name for where we're talking about.
Yeah,
stuff.
but it's
What's
John's
it called?
better.
While Away.
We also haven't done an episode since
Record another
2017.
episode.
Yeah.
No, because
No, but I like it's meta because he's like, we're away.
it's canon. No, so I was talking to Ewan, and I was about Old Yeller, and I forget exactly why,
Pop a cap in that dog's ass.
but I said like the word Yeller, like I was like, because I'm a Southerner, and now we don't say Yeller a lot. Like we'll usually say Yella, not Yeller.
Yeah.
But like
Yella.
it was just something I had said like Yeller, and Ewan was like, "Wait, is that short for yellow?"
Oh God.
Yes. What else would it be short for? And Ewan's like, "No, I thought it was like yellow, like the dog is yelling."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Spanky, it took me until I was 14 to realize that. You're fine.
I got
fine.
I got a VCR
It took
at
me
a
until I
thrift
was 14
store.
to realize there was a word called yellow. That's
Yellow.
fucking nuts, y'all.
I got a VCR
Fair.
at a
They call
thrift
me
store a couple
Yellow.
of years ago, and I found a VHS in it of Old Yeller recorded off the TV in the early 90s. I started watching it with the commercials and everything, and I was having a great time. And then I was like, oh shit, I just remembered how this ends. And then I turned it off and never turned it back on again.
Yeah.
I don't remember the movie. I haven't seen the movie in probably since I was like preteen.
In the version that I saw, Old Yeller and the boy walk off into the sunset, and it's happy.
What's that from?
What?
Wayne.
There's I don't know. There's some thing where they parents never let them watch.
I don't remember the movie it's
sad
based
movies.
off of, but there was an episode of Hey Arnold which lampooned that, where they did a like a water what is it called? Like when you swim and do the coordinated swimming.
Scuba?
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized swimming. They did a synchronized swimming bit about it, and it was about the horse named Wayne. And they said, Wayne, come back, Wayne. But it was like riding off into the sunset. But I think it was a John Wayne movie, and that's why they called the horse Wayne.
I mean, my lampoon, the one lampoon I remember was from Tiny Toon Adventures, which it was just the critical scene at the end of the movie. And I swear that Babs was like, I don't want to put you down. And then someone's like, yeah, but if you put him down, you can get this brand new puppy. And she, I think, just blows the dog away off screen.
Oh.
But no, I don't have
Rule
a confirmation
34,
name.
Babs Bunny blowing dog.
No.
All right, fine.
Well,
look what I've done. So that's our world. Is it? I think it's time. Guys, Donald Trump put out a video statement where he's like talking about how he's fine.
I'm fine.
Is it the same one from a couple?
Yeah.
No, there's like one from like an hour ago.
Oh fuck, that's good. I'm gonna sample that shit. Really low reading rainbow thing.
Oh, I love it.
I love that super high pitched like compression shit. That's really just grating.
I love how awful it is.
Yeah. That's what 2020 has taught me. Just love the you'll be happy.
Yes. If you guys want to start talking Cora, I need to go get another drink because my throat's
Well, tell us what's
dry.
up with Trump.
Oh, he just said he's fine in a video.
Mm.
It's like a video of him being like, I'm fine.
Is he like better? Is he in the hospital?
Well, I'm reading the he says he expects to be back very soon. Chief of staff says the medical next 48 hours is critical. So he's at a turning point. You can either get better or get worse.
Well, yeah, those are the only two options. I mean, I guess you could stay steady, but
Exactly.
Nah, we're never.
No, but I mean, with coronavirus,
worse
there's a
and
lot
better.
of stuff where it's basically people that start getting these treatments, they either respond to them or they just get worse. So we're gonna see what happens.
Fingers
I'm sure
crossed.
he'll be fine because the bad people never die.
Yep, that's true.
That's just how it works.
Fuck.
Speaking of bad people, Amon,
I'm right here.
Amon.
Anon? Anansi?
Cue Amon.
The African spider?
Where is Marvina? I haven't seen her in a while. I need to get a drink, though. I'll be right back.
But yeah, John's gonna miss this. But yeah, I don't have a confirmation name because I was only baptized Catholic, and then we never went to church.
Oh, really? That's the way to do it.
So I've got weird pseudo Christian guilt, but
It's just like
but yeah, so that was fun. Yeah.
Like, man.
What the fuck?
Well, you shouldn't have guilt at all, though, because you washed away your original sin, and then you're fine. I think that's how it works.
Oh, shit. I turned off my camera, so I wasn't looking at myself. List of Korra episode.
What are we doing, 9 through 12?
9 through 12. But you watched, like, the day after we did the podcast.
I watched these so long ago. I was too excited.
But we've seen them all, right?
We've got to figure out how to split up spirits. Because it's a weird one, 14 episodes. It's going to be 4, 5, and 5, but I don't know if we're going to do it that way.
Is there a two-parter in the middle somewhere, Spirits?
I have no clue. I'm not looking at it right now.
The Legend of Korra episodes.
Yes.
Fandom.
There is a two-parter, but no matter how we do it, we won't split them. Well, there's two-parters. But also, no matter how we do it, we won't split them.
Well, shit.
Hold on. Oh, no.
No, there's a way.
Split in the middle. Okay, so the first 4 was a good one for Spirits because that's the end of a two-parter. Like, I want to do all the two-parters. So we go to 4, then we go to 8, then we go to 14.
Yeah, but wait, we're going to do 6 episodes?
Dude,
no.
I can do.
Why not?
I can do 6 episodes easy.
Yeah, I probably could, but it's discussing if that takes forever.
John just
takes an
talks,
extra 20 minutes from the 5 episodes.
I chime in every once in a while, and I don't really listen to what John says. It's easy.
Do one extra 20 minutes to watch a cartoon show that requires nothing of us.
Very true. Very true. So, when John comes back, we'll tell him we're done with the Korra, and we'll start playing off the episode, right?
Yep, I'm down with that.
Yeah. Get the music ready.
I will start it playing before he gets on. And now this is all just going to be dead air that John will have to cut out later because fuck John.
Oh no, it's fine. We can discuss other things while we're waiting for him to come back.
So how about this Democrat hoax virus?
Oh, god damn it.
I heard that the Democrats have been going around hiding needles full of COVID in movie seats, and if you sit on it, you get poked and you get COVID.
Yeah, but I lick needles, so it's... I haven't been able to lick anything because of this stupid COVID shit. And I do that as a gag, but now I can't do it as a gag because I'll fucking die.
Well, you just have to sanitize it first. You have to learn the taste of Lysol, which is not as hard as you think.
That. Yeah, I've done that.
It's basically it's like alcohol and pine, so it's basically gin.
Matt, you got your Switch by you? You should download Super Mario 35 so you can start playing that.
I think it's in the bedroom.
Okay.
Have y'all looked in the Politics Me Off channel to see the fucking plexiglass divider?
Yes, I saw it.
I found him on Twitter. That dude, it looks like a really close race, so I hope that dude wins.
It's crazy because it's South Carolina, and South Carolina is not it's not North Carolina. North Carolina is been flipping, but South Carolina has not.
All right, Matt, play it.
So
the website is bornintheeighties.net. You can find previous episodes there. You go to discord.bornintheeighties.net to join in conversation with us. Oh, we finished talking about Korra while you're gone.
Oh, cool.
All right. Anyway, see you later, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, now that John, the recording's definitely off. So, what are your most? opinions about society.
What?
Just between us, fish. How do you feel about various groups of people?
What?
John's eating an apple in the most disgusting way possible, and I love it.
How else are you supposed to eat an apple?
John's like,
He's got
I'm
apple
leaving
drippings all down his beard.
I'm leaving in the middle of
lovely.
a podcast to get us the loudest fucking fruit.
Hold on, guys. I gotta get my bowl of macaroni and cheese.
I've got to get a pineapple. I'm going to cut it right here on the podcast.
Let me just get my nutcracker and some fresh walnuts.
Oh, you mean Hillary Clinton?
What?
Nutcracker? He's just making a nutcracker reference.
She's a real nutcracker.
Oh, snap.
I specifically picked this up on the way back as a joke.
but it looks very juicy, so it's probably good. Is that like a gala?
It's a Honey Crisp. And it's
Honey
Crisp are great.
Honey Crisp are the...
Second best, because Granny Smith are the best.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Thank you for repping the Granny Smith. Everyone's always like, oh, I like Fuji and I like Gala. It's like, no.
Who likes Gala?
Fuji's are fine.
Gala are the red delicious of the apples that look like they're going to be good. You know what I mean?
No, they're all like, the texture's all wrong. They're all mealy and shit.
That's what I mean. Like red
Gala
delicious
apple skins are the worst.
No, not all apple skins, but like
Gala apple skins are the worst.
Gala apples have a taste that's fine, but they're like weirdly not mushy and not crunchy. They're just unsatisfying to bite into.
Yep.
That's what I like about Honey Crisp.
They make
crunchy
apple
and
pies and applesauce and shit like that because the taste is good. The taste is fine, but they suck to eat. Honey Crisps are yummy because they're sweet, but the best apple is Granny Smith. Gotta get that sour.
I'm repping the Granny Smith with Spanky here.
I do like Granny Smiths a lot. But Honey Crisp.
Granny Smiths are also the best apples for making caramel apples.
Granny Smiths are the best for like dipping into caramel sauce. The best.
Yeah, because you add a shitload of sweetness, so you just need that sour to go with it.
Yep.
And it's healthy because I'm eating a fruit.
Do you guys, when you have candy apples, do you want nuts on them or just the apple and the
Peanuts.
So
good.
Depends on how I feel. Sometimes I like sprinkles.
It depends on being a messy boy or not.
I've noticed that some people will do the peanuts, the unsalted, and some people do the salted peanuts. What I've noticed is that
salted peanuts
the salted is better because it's salted caramel on the apple. Like and salted caramel's fucking delicious. But most people get like the pre-crushed peanuts.
You're Southern. Aren't you supposed to have peanuts that are like soaked in Coke?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, not cocaine.
That might just be like a Georgia thing.
You mean soda?
No, it's like, it's like wet peanuts. That's like a thing.
Yeah,
you're Southern. Don't you just have like poverty and opium?
We have. I don't know about soaked in Coke, but I know about boiled peanuts. Like you get cans of boiled peanuts. I eat those. I don't buy them, obviously. Poor people food.
I'm googling Southern wet peanuts.
No, they do. They put peanuts in there. I can't remember. It might be Georgia. What? Some Southern state
boiled peanuts. Yeah,
yeah. I've had boiled peanuts, and I've never.
But then they put it in Coke, and then they drink the Coke peanuts afterward.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, so Cajun boiled peanuts. I've had those plenty of times. Mostly
Coca-Cola and fucking salted peanuts. Yeah.
No, I didn't mean pina colada. I meant peanut cola. Goddamn Google.
I'd never heard of it. No, so usually, like, I learned about this from my family in Florida. Cajun boiled peanuts, but like,
do you just like you find that on like the road as you're driving, right? It's like corn up here. You just find boiled peanuts.
Honestly, I've never seen nuts on the road. I've seen a lot of jerky. A lot of people will just like park a van on the side of the road and have like a shittily misspelled sign that says jerky.
I want to see.
When you go up there, do you have to be like, do you mean like the food or?
Do you think that there's a female peanut farmer named D?
So that she could have a thing called D's Nuts. Honestly,
it's D from it.
D can be a guy's name.
Yeah, I used to know a guy named D in college.
Well, like D'Angelo.
I don't know what his full name was, but everybody.
Like every Derek I've ever met goes by D.
That's because Derek's a shitty name, and if your name's Derek, you should feel bad.
Especially when you're in the South.
It's like
let's do it.
It's like Eric, but with a "der" in front of it.
What is the worst male name?
TJ. It's not even a name.
Not a real name. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
So Kyle is bad. Kevin also bad.
Kyle's good because in She-Ra there's a character named Kyle who's a twink and he's really cute.
All right.
I did hate all Kyles even before internet happened.
But I have the answer.
I had a lot of bad experiences with
Kyles. Lance. Lance is the worst
Lance
fucking
is
name.
pretty bad.
It's Keith.
Oh.
I've never met a nice Keith.
Keith Moon.
Keith,
Hey guys, I got a joke for you.
It's actually pretty cool.
Did you know that that name was popular in medieval times? There were a lot of people. I fucked up my joke. Did you know that name Lance was popular in medieval times?
Oh fuck!
There are people named Lance a lot. I fucked up the joke though, so I'm gonna cut that part out. And just get right to the. Everyone do a laugh take. Thank you. Laugh. Oh, see there. I'm gonna use that one for the joke.
Keith a lot.
Right. And then a different joke later, and it'll be completely different
it'll
sound
be me
quality.
saying something really racist. Oh man, isn't Biden the worst?
It'll be like you talking into your phone microphone. It'll sound completely different.
Yeah. But anyway,
Smithers, you're really good at turning me on.
All right, boys, we got to talk about the corna. We're finishing up season 4.
I love corn nuts.
Season 1.
Well, season 4 of the combined.
Yeah.
Corn nuts aren't actually nuts, right?
I don't actually like those.
Corn
they're like puffed
that has been like hardened. Yeah, puffed and hardened.
They don't taste good. I know that much.
Yeah, they're garbage.
I love corn nuts, especially although they changed the flavor of the barbecue corn nuts.
The first couple are good, but then they
literally like teeth breakers.
They just add a film to the inside of your mouth. That's gross.
That is true. But like every road trip for me is I got to pick up a bag of corn nuts from the gas station. I don't know why.
I have to get a peace tea. I don't know why I get them, but like I know, but they're also like all sugar, right? So like it's iced tea or like it's cold tea, I guess. It's not really got ice in it, but it's in a fuck ton of sugar, like they're supposed to be. And then my favorite is the snowberry.
Snowberry's good. I love the Arnold Palmer. They do too.
The Arnold Palmer one's really good, and the peach one, like the peach, Arnold Palmer, and snowberry are my favorites, but they are all good. Yeah. Like there's a razzleberry one, which I don't get because it's got that like, I don't know if you guys ever get this, but there's like some sour flavoring that they add into foods will make your like tongue feel like scratchy and dry, and like if you eat too many like warheads, it'll make your mouth bleed because of it or whatever.
Go ahead.
There's just enough of that in the can of the razzleberry that, and the can is fucking huge because these things are giant. That it eventually makes my tongue feel like I don't like it, even though I love the flavor like of those peace teas.
Yep, it's exactly the coating that they put on. I guess what they now call Sweet Tarts Extreme Sour Chewy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Switch cartridge.
Oh man, yes. New Nintendo 3DS Switch cartridges.
I haven't licked a Switch cart in a while, but they used to call those Shock Tarts.
Oh yeah, I remember Shock Tart.
Yeah, they're the exact same thing. They're just now called Sweet Tarts Extreme Sour Chewy.
I love those things. Those were good.
Mm-hmm.
Korra, episode 9.
God, now I want a peach tea. They have a mango tea I've never had.
Peach is gross. It's the worst fruit.
No, it is not the worst fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst artificial flavor.
That may be true.
I really love peach rings, so I got to disagree. And I like apple rings more.
Peach.
What's it like to be 70 years old?
Good.
Are you worried about COVID?
No, it's a fake. It's just the flu.
It's just sniffles.
And obviously it's
More
watermelon
people die
rings.
from the flu.
Oh man,
It's fine. John's got the taste buds of a 70-year-old, and I've got the taste buds of a 5-year-old.
All right. I'm speaking of taste buds of old people. Are you guys redneck enough to have ever had whorehound candies?
Yeah,
the fuck is that shit?
I love whorehound candies.
They are it's a hard candy that's made out of tea.
Yeah.
It's
That
like
sounds
sugar
delicious.
and tea. It's like sugar and tea,
That sounds terrible.
and it's a very old people candy. Like old
You
people
sound
will
terrible.
eat the shit out of that.
I'm sorry.
Old people will eat the shit out of whorehound candy.
That sounds like just like I used to have like
I'll
the
eat
root
your
beer
whorehound
candies.
candy.
It sounds like that, but iced tea, right? It's like the root beer candies.
They actually kind of taste a little bit like root beer, yeah. Like because they got spices and shit in them too.
I like the root beer.
Oh,
candy.
nice.
Those.
You probably like the whorehound ones. If you like the root beer ones.
they taste similar to like root beer barrels, but like not the same.
We've
They got that
stalled for
spicy-
so long that
Like you can
Before
taste
we
the
talk
tea
about
in them.
Korra.
It's got that like kind of savoriness, like of the tea flavor. It's pretty good.
Nice.
All right, I'm just gonna go take a 15-minute bathroom break, and then we can talk about Korra.
Here is the thing I don't like about
Guys, I gotta refresh my drink, so I chugged it already. So
Motherfucking,
I don't even have a drink for this podcast.
you don't want to talk about Korra this week?
No, don't want to.
Why not?
Because I don't.
We can take a week off. I mean,
No. So the thing is, like, fucking. Oh my god, where is? I just had this shit open. Honestly, the reason I don't want to talk about Korra, no, never mind. I'll talk about Korra now. It's because I lost my tab where I had this shit open.
Oh.
I didn't want to Google it again.
we should talk about koozie. I got my koozie.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you guys last week that I went to a super spreader event because I pissed off my mom?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You had to go to a thing.
Wait, super.
I got a koozie from that says best day ever.
Oh, so sorry.
Dude.
Wrong kind of super spreader. For some reason, I was thinking like goatsy, that kind of spreader.
I went to a goatsy event with my mom. Fucking gosh.
Guys, I tanted this and we never did it because I was talking about koozie because I was going to talk about. Remember, I went to Life Fest over the summer between high school and college.
That's right.
Is this your edgy diary shit?
Yeah.
It's not as edgy as he thought it was when he wrote
it's not edgy at all. I want to wait till Matt gets back though because
it's so straight laced.
He's into this. Well, I fucking went to a Christian rock concert.
Yeah, I know.
So how crazy! Although I do have some, I have a cool picture I drew. Stay out of this journal.
Is that a duck?
Look at the cover.
Fat
fucking,
little neat.
I got a yin yang. It says koozie.
Yeah, these are the
I was in
Koozie
middle
Chronicles.
school when I started writing in this.
I was in middle school.
Hey, Matt. Matt's a big old idiot. He's stupid and he's dumb. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
You finished talking about
Matt.
Korra yet?
No, look at what I got. I remember tanting last week. We were going to talk about koozie.
All
I
right.
remember
It was actually 3 weeks ago.
Dude,
when you
what
said
even
that it
is
had a
time right now?
yin-yang on it, I for some reason thought you said it had a Wu-Tang on it, and I was like, "That's not a fucking Wu-Tang symbol. What's this guy
I
talking
said
about?"
yin
Yang
yang.
I know.
Yang
You
Clan.
didn't fuck up. I just
Clip.
can't pay attention.
Got a yin yang on
What does
there.
that say? Fat little.
Notebook.
Oh.
All right, here we go, boys. Hey, it's been a while, but I have some sad news. I never told Jessica anything. I had got any chances.
Is Jessica the one that we're not naming?
Yeah.
Oh,
so we've named her like 7 different things.
Is Jessica a fake name?
Yeah, that's the fake name.
Okay, what's her?
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
I have gotten many more chances to talk with her at Life Fest. Life Fest is the Christian music festival in Oshkosh. I heard many cool
Oshkosh.
bands there. They were great.
Grading cool on a very wide curve.
Audio Adrenaline, Reliant K, and Toby Mac were my favorites.
I've heard Reliant K.
Had some good songs.
Well, he's like, yeah, he's not super. So the thing is that the 3 that I just mentioned are not like Jesus-y. They're just like, we do like kind of Foo Fighters type rock. Oh, the Toby Mac does rapping.
Dear Koozie, great band Nickelback.
There were many people on the trip. Here's a list. Aaron, Katie, Amanda, the Jessica that I mentioned, Janelle, Matt, my realtor. Aaron is his wife, so they were together on this trip. John Peterson, who you may remember from my Bachelor podcast.
I thought that was your confirmation name.
No. Jeff, Ethan, Nathan, Andrew. I got to know her a lot better over the summer. She is still as beautiful and funny as ever, but she is just so darn conservative. This is when I started to learn more about how religious-y she was. And I was like, oh, okay.
And
this is actually stupid.
Language is getting real spicy, too.
Just like all the Baptists.
Darns.
Just like all of the Baptists. Sheesh, we should learn to live together peacefully. Okay. Oh my god, I love it. I just love this. I'm gonna blur out her name. I have a scale here from John Lennon to Nazi, and I put her very close to Nazi.
Fucking liberals call everyone a Nazi. It doesn't mean anything.
There's only one Nazi, and his name was Hitler.
Yeah.
At real_Lance_man, everybody.
All right. I can't believe I live in a country that still doesn't accept all people as equals.
You guys think John Cena's secretly a Nazi because you can't see him?
Oh no.
I did not see that coming.
We came to America to be free, not prejudiced. Prejudice is why we left England and the other countries. Except for the African Americans who were brought here against their will.
So this is woke John starting to emerge.
Woke John origins. How can someone such as Jessica be so narrow-minded? I still have feelings for her, but not as much. I recently talked to her on the golf course. We used to golf together.
It makes it sound like she dropped some mad racist shit at Life Fest.
So no, actually what happened was we went to like a Walmart and then there was like Hillary Clinton's biography and she was like doing the thing where you turn all the books around and I was like, oh, why don't you like Hillary Clinton? She's like a strong, smart woman who was like secretary of, or is like, I don't know if at this point it wasn't because it was 2005, but she was like governor at that point. She had written like a memoir.
Or whatever she was. Senator from New York.
Senator for New York, whatever. It was, she was like doing her own political career.
Bill was a governor in Arkansas.
Thank you. And she was just like, oh, I don't like her because, she's like liberal. And it was all the bullshit that like started brewing with all the fucking like right-wing bullshit. And then she was like, but she talked about how like the woman should never be president because like a woman's place is in the home and stuff. And I was like,
Baptist. Like, she's a Baptist.
It was just insane because it's like this girl I liked a lot because she was really smart and really funny, and we had like this, she was pretty, it was like all this stuff, and then just like saying shit like that. It was like trip. I was just like, oh, you like kind of suck as a person, like outside of like the stuff that we had in common, like you just anyway.
Baptists suck. I'm gonna go ahead and make that generalization.
So I recently talked to her on the golf. There was still an uneasy air in our talks because I think I was like talking like how I didn't think that was right and stuff. This Janelle, I became interested in her because she talked about how she was interested in fantasy books. She seems like a really cool person. I always thought she was cute. But I never really talked to her. During Life Fest, whenever I sat next to her or was near her, she moved away. That was weird. That's something I did. Whatever. Though this summer I got a chance to talk to someone very interesting. Erin. She shares the same liberal views as I. I talked to her and developed a light crush. I'm torn between the two because she is in need of being converted. I like how I'm going to change her to not be so religious and terrible.
Okay,
I can't really explain why
she's a little bit more towards the John Lennon side of things, but still not far enough.
No. This is the same Jessica. I was calling her.
The cats have started screaming.
Jessica Kennifer.
So Jessica Kennifer, I was like, I can convert her to being liberal like me, basically.
Oh no!
That's what they say about relationships. It's super easy to change people.
I really can't explain why she does it for me. I really want to make her change her mind about everything. She said that she never wants to get married and have kids. She wants to be a Baptist nun. I just want to show
the
her
fuck is that?
It's not the world of conservative.
I feel like you might be applying Catholic terms to Baptist things there.
No, that's what she said.
They're nuns.
I don't know. She want to be something like a nun. I don't know.
Baptist
WWJD. Nun. What would Jesus do? This is also, I go on a rant here about this because that was all over fucking Life Fest. I hate how people use that. Jesus accepted everyone as equal and loved them as all of God's children. Not like the Baptists who shun some for their beliefs. God is testing us humans. How do we react to others? Jesus was killed for his belief. Gandhi was killed for his beliefs. Oh, this is a good one. John Lennon was killed for his beliefs. I don't think he was killed for his beliefs.
No, he was believed because Mark David Chapman was a fucking asshole.
I was way into the Beatles, so what can I say? Anyway, today I'm going to Madison to college. I can't wait
to that liberal hellhole.
I can't wait to get to sleep. I'm so excited. I have 2 roommates, Jesse and Mike. This is a guess of what they will look like. I will find out tomorrow. I drew pictures of them.
I gotta see this. Yep, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what they look like.
That's actually kind of right, because Mike did kind of have
now, what year was this?
2004? Yeah, I started college.
Was this Facebook was a thing already, right?
No, we got Facebook in
was that 2005?
Spring of 2004.
Okay, so this was
2005. 2005, yes, spring
where
semester.
You had to imagine what your new freshman roommates are going to look like. You couldn't just stalk through their whole history. Now I guess people probably just find their TikTok.
I thought John was only a year behind me in school. 2? I started college in 2004. Okay.
All I do in this book is talk about girls.
Yeah.
It's
like a reverse Bechdel thing.
As a teen, because I was neither religious nor horny, so this book has nothing I can relate to in it.
So the next entry is the last one I have, or I have 2 entries, but I'll just put them at the end because there's 2 within 3 days of each other.
Diary.
And it's the college. It's the summer after my first year of college.
Spanky's diary is just. So I did a tier ranking of Kingdom Hearts characters again. Here they are.
And then,
are you telling me this?
No. And he's making a bad joke.
No, it's a good joke. It's a funny joke. Everybody laughed.
Play that laugh track.
And then this journal I have here is a journal I wrote in 2008.
This is kind of like laughing.
So I have that here. So I got a bunch of journal left. But the last one's good because I talk about all the girls I met in college and which ones I wanted to bang. Well, none of which I did.
Grats.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Spanky's journal is just tier rankings of Kingdom Hearts characters.
It's
really not making noise. Oh fuck! I ruined it. I ruined everything. I'm gonna go kill myself.
So that Legend of Korra, huh?
They laughed for you. God damn it!
Oh my god.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So the first episode of do the da-da-da. So the first episode Out of the Past, Cora tries to meditate on the visions of Aang's life that have been plaguing her. So basically, Cora has been seeing some shit and like it's just flashbacks, and we haven't really had them explained to us, but it's like every time she gets hit in the head, she has flashbacks.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was.
Not me. I want it to be known that that's not me. That's John or TJ. I don't know which. They're both looking down at stuff.
It's definitely John.
This is our 15-minute intermission before.
So Cora is seeing. Okay, right. So Cora. Meanwhile, after hearing from Tarlok,
I heard Trump
Cora
was hospitalized with Cora.
Equalist Tenzin, Lin Beifong, and
Do you even know what episode we're on?
Set out to find her, leading to the discovery of an underground equalist base where several police officers were held captive. At Tarlok's hideout, Amon and his equalists arrive. After Tarlok's bending is stripped by Amon, Cora sees the opportunity to escape and finds her way to Republic City. I remember this episode being a lot of like, we gotta figure out where Cora is, and then Amon's like, go in there and shock the box because she's gonna try and fucking jump out and get you.
Give her the old shock box.
She'll get you.
Realized that her armband or whatever wasn't electrical conductor.
Which isn't true, because if it was leather, I think that does conduct electricity.
No,
but I think it's probably cloth.
Leather, if it's dry, won't. Wet leather will, but it's really the water.
Okay.
That's what
So
your skin, if it was completely dry, would not conduct electricity. Also, I thought
it's only the moisture in our skin.
My prediction for this scene was like some cool air bending and like
that's
hover.
what I thought too. She was going to air bend, but we won't get to that till the finale.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
She like jumped out and got him, like punch him, and then she's like, "Hey man, we're gonna," but it didn't happen. They didn't.
Yeah. Well, before she did that, she had a bunch of flashbacks about fucking Aang in a courtroom drama with Toph, and they're like,
"Yeah,
Yone is a fucking bloodbender who can bloodbend without the power of the full moon," and then Sokka was there, and he was like the fucking. I seen a bunch of benders.
Oh yeah, Sokka was one of the councilmen.
Chris Hardwick. Fuck that. That's all I have to say.
Oh, he was voiced by
Chris Hardwick.
He's the guy that blacklisted his girlfriend a bunch. And,
he was like
is a real piece of shit.
In the early days where there were like 3 professional entertainment, there was like Felicia Day and Will, whatever his name is, and Chris Hardwick.
Go to Chris Hardwick's Wikipedia and you'll find the allegations.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah.
He's a Talking Dead guy.
Let's just find
I bet he's a proud boy
abuse
now.
Allegations. You just gotta control F allegations. You'll find that.
Yep. Just control F allegations.
His ex basically said that he blacklisted her after they like broke up or something, and like he was like very emotionally and sexually abusive to her when they were together. And then he was kicked off of that like fucking Talking Dead show and like all this stuff, and then like AMC announced that a comprehensive investigation conducted by the law firm Loeb and Loeb failed to confirm her allegations, and he would return as the host because they're like, yeah, we'll get our law firm to look into this. Okay, yeah, he's good. All right.
To be fair, I don't think anyone actually listens to the Talking Dead.
No, he's just a piece of shit. I don't really care, like whatever. I just assume he's a piece of shit because I've heard a lot of stories about him being a piece of shit.
Yeah. So confirmed, Sokka, piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. So he's like a stand-up who's like into nerdy shit, but he sucks. He's like not like a Patton Oswalt who's like really cool.
God, I fucking
Patton
love Patton
Oswalt's
Oswalt.
wife was really cool. And the documentary about how she caught the Golden State Killer just came out recently, and it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, shit! I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
God, I love Patton Oswalt. I want him to be my dad.
Yeah.
I want my dad to be Donald Glover. No, Donald. No, hold on. The other guy.
Danny Glover.
No.
Donald Duck.
No, he's too old.
Chris
for that
Hardwick.
shit. No, definitely not. No. I always forget his name. God damn it.
The guy that's
Iron
gonna
Man,
defeat
War
Lindsey Graham?
Machine.
Wait,
Charles
Iron Man?
Gambino.
Because
No.
War Machine's Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. That's I knew it was Don, but we were talking about fucking Childish Gambino. So my brain
I want him to be. Also, you're super racist. I want him dad, but
thanks.
only in character as Badger from the George Clooney thing.
I do want to mention that at the very least, Chris Hardwick, after the abuse allegations, he has not done a lot in the last 2 years. So
Yeah,
It's because he's canceled.
well,
you can't do a lot when you're canceled.
and he's one of those people that's just like, my talent is I'm a presenter, and that's
He
a
is
skill
That guy
has-
who was in Community, who was it? What was his name? The guy, he was the main character in Community.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale.
Yeah, Joe McHale is that guy.
Yeah,
But he's like a worse Joel McHale. Like
He
he's not as
literally,
handsome or as funny.
Or
like
is
he
charismatic,
had a very
or-
replaceable career.
Yeah.
Like you could kind of like that guy that they replaced in that movie,
Lance.
Kevin Spacey. I forget. It was like right when Kevin Spacey got outed as a rapist, they refilmed his scenes with some other guy.
Christopher
Wait,
Plummer.
no, he just came out as gay.
Oh right.
They replaced
Remember when
Kevin
he-
Spacey
when
with
he was
Christopher
like-
Plummer in that movie.
I'm going to take this opportunity
Plummer?
to just come out
Yeah.
as gay.
They were like, instead
I
of
feel
having
like you
Kevin
could-
Spacey, instead of having a rapist in old man makeup, let's just get an old man.
Yeah, so like I think you can Christopher Plummer and just Joel McHale replace all of Chris Hardwick's work he's ever done, and it's fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, let's just replace everybody that's canceled with Christopher Plummer. Until inevitably.
Is Christopher Plummer like uncancelable?
Dude, he was a Hollywood star for like decades. There's got to be some skeletons there.
I'm looking at
Maybe we can just
film.
let's do a deep fake version of Christopher Lee.
Was it what movie was it that he got Christopher Plummer in? I guess I should search Christopher Plummer.
I don't know. It wasn't Knives Out, I'll tell you that much. Because Christopher Plummer was in that, and it wasn't that one. Anyway, this is our.
Nice.
Yeah, we've already fucked this all up, haven't we?
Yeah. That's okay. The Nerdist podcast changed its name to Idiot with Chris Hardwick, like ID10T. You know,
Yeah.
Identity.
they have not had a podcast since February 13th, 2019. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened there.
So the next episode of Korra is called Turning the Tides. Mako is doting over recovering. So basically, Mako is like...
Stop cutting it
Mako-
off. Yeah, say what happens. She escapes. Oh wait, that's not what happened. No, you learn about fucking Tarlok and
Oh yeah, we were talking about Sokka. I forgot when we started this. I said Sokka does not show up in the series. I forgot that he shows up in this flashback.
Yeah.
But I do not believe he ever shows up
You
again.
just deleted him in your head.
But we
Fuck
learned
that
about
guy.
this dick guy, Yakone.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Yakone is like Tarlok is his dad. Is this a point where they learn that fucking what's his name Amon is Tarlok's brother? Or
Not yet.
Episode.
no,
Also,
that's the next.
I want a
episode.
half point on that because I was pretty sure Tarlok was palpatining
No, it's
and
the-
was
it's
both
the-
Amon. I feel like them being
I don't
brothers is worth half a point for predicting that the same.
So anyway,
person.
they rescue her and fucking ride back to the city. That's it, really. She just gets escaped, and she learns the past about how Yakone was a guy who was like a super crazy bloodbender back in the past.
You didn't mention my favorite part of this episode. She leaves. Or she goes and gets trapped, And then when they're investigating her disappearance, Naga's gone. So like they must have taken Naga too, but nope. Naga's just been fucking tracking her the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, Naga kicks ass.
The next episode starts off like Korra is on Naga, and Naga's just like going through the streets. She's fucking like falls off. Yeah. And they get found because someone's like, that sounds like Naga. And so they go and they find Korra. And then Mako's like, oh, wounded Korra is super fucking hot.
Yeah, he gets fucking horny for Korra. I don't understand. Like, Korra's, she's a real catch, but fucking Asami.
The thing is, like, up until this point, Asami has been insecure because of Ichi telling Asami that Korra likes Mako, but Mako has not at all been like, maybe like he after the kiss, he's been full on Asami mode.
Well, it's like, you don't know what you got.
Korra, and he's like, whoa!
It's not wounded Korra. It's the fact that he's been forced to. She might be dead for so long, and it's one of those you don't know what you got till it's gone things.
Yeah, it's true. You don't know.
They should make a rock song about that.
Yeah,
I love ballad.
I don't think it'll do well.
Nah.
So that makes Asami kind of pissed off.
Yeah.
Also, maybe he's just sexually turned on by blood.
The whatchamacallem, the equalists are like, let's fucking kidnap all these people.
Well, yeah, Korra's like, hey, guess what? Fucking Tarlok is Akone's son. So that's how he can bloodbend, basically. And then he's like, must be helping out Amon or something like that, basically. I don't know. Oh, no. Amon steals his bending, right? They see that. Yeah, she intends an express shock at Amon's audacious decision to capture her.
Right before they put her in that cage.
Yeah.
Amon's like, I'm taking your bending, Tarlok.
Because he busts in on Tarlok and her, yeah. All right. Anyway.
Mustard for my biscuits.
Mako's like, I want to make some tea for Korra. And Asami's like, boil the water yourself, firebender. Just a little racist, but,
oh, man, he's probably going to nut in that tea.
I don't think you know how sexual relationships work.
I saw Midsummer. Saw Midsummer the other night. If they're going to do love potions, there's going to be all kinds of weird shit in that tea.
Yeah, he's going to put like his hair in her.
Midsummer is a weird shit movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's got a lot of weird shit in it.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then Tenzin's like, "Hey, Lynn, fucking be babysitter," and Oogie talks about how he has to take a shit. Continues to be like the gross Nickelodeon character that they put in the show.
Who?
Oogie?
Oogie, the youngest.
Oogie.
He's the fucking Oliver meets he's Oliver meets Poochie. He's the worst character, and I hate him, and I want him to die.
All the time too.
Milo, right?
You're right.
No.
It's Milo. Oogie is the name of his whatchamacallit.
Oh,
all right. So
Milo
kind of sucks in the first season, but like when they do the time skip that we've talked about,
in
like season 3, he gets actually kind of cool. Like he becomes like an Aang type of character. But
he's like proto Aang right now. He just likes to fart a lot. So I mean, all children fart a lot.
Oogie is
but you don't have to include it in the fucking show.
Sky, the flappy bear.
Yeah. So basically, the Equalists are basically like, all right, we're gonna start attacking the city, and they capture all the fucking council members except for Tenzin, who's a fucking bamf. And then the fucking Equalists have basically it's like a full scale military invasion with like airships, basically, because they've had the Sato guy like building shit for them.
And Hiroshi shot like, Sato. Yeah,
it's kind of weird though, because it's like, how could this private? I guess it would be like Jeff Bezos could probably just have a bunch of airships and take over stuff. He's got enough money. So I guess what am I talking about? I guess it's not that weird. So Tenzin's like, send a wire to the United Forces, and then their fucking telephone lines are cut off. But he's like, the message got through. And there's fucking tanks, mecha tanks everywhere. that fucking
This
metal
is
bender.
whenever I started really loving this show.
I was about to say, I was like, when I was watching this episode, I was like, oh yes, I know, Smeggy likes this because it's fucking mechs.
I
And,
love all the robots and mechs and shit. It makes me so happy.
So the Air Temple Island is like attacked, and fucking Milo farts on a bunch of guys, and they like
Actually,
hold them off,
all
basically.
three of the Air kids kind of hold their own, which is awesome.
It was like a mini episode of the Three Ninjas movie.
Now, I will say that I do love Milo when he's not being the farting kid. Like, whenever he's, like, got a crush on Asami, and he's like, can I have a lock of your hair, beautiful lady? Like, that's pretty cool, like, as a character. I like that.
I mean, he's right. Asami is who you got to ship. Asami or Lin Beifong, man.
Lin has got that, like that silver cougar thing going on.
She's got the scary energy that I like, and I understand what Tenzin liked about her. I feel like she could like beat you up, but in like a hot way.
I had a friend, not a friend. There's someone.
Go ahead.
Someone on social media who was saying like, "Oh man, I hate how everyone is just the kid of someone from Avatar."
Yeah.
And
That's true.
and on one hand, I get it, but on the other hand, like, not really. Like,
I mean, it's kind of the way all politics works.
I know, I get that, but what I'm saying is like the Tenzin and the Aang's kids are in it because they are the only airbenders that exist.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
they get a pass for the show,
Yeah.
and then the only other person is Lin Beifong, and Toph's not even around. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like it's not
Nora
that bad.
It really isn't, honestly.
Well, we get Zuzu's grandkid coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like these are all cameos or like couple episode things. It's not like they're like, and then Toph.
Oh, is it his grandkid or I thought it was his son.
No, it's he mentions my grandpa used to trust the Avatar, so
Okay.
I should as well.
I couldn't tell how old he was because he's just generic, and the voice actor is like 40. So
Sounds like he's
And
17.
the voice actor was like 30 whenever he did Zuko.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. So anyway, Pema finally pops out her kid after doing that thing that every woman does in a show that's pregnant, where she's like, ugh. I mean, it's like, I'm
The
fine.
worst possible
It's
moment.
like, of course you're not fine. Because anytime a woman who's pregnant goes like, I'm fine, that means they're having the baby. Except for in the show ER, which the character that, what's her name? Juliana Margulies plays is pregnant. She has multiple episodes where she's like, oh, I got contractions. And then she doesn't have the kid. They're just like, lie down. Because that's kind of how it actually is. Because you do have like contractions as well before you.
I've only
have
seen
the
one
baby.
episode of ER. My mom was super into it, and
I am super into it.
And I was like, "All right, Mom, I'll watch one episode with you." And there was this new episode, and then there was this helicopter that fell down and fucking sliced a dude up and killed him, and he was like a main character, and it devastated my mom. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna get into this show."
I know exactly what you're talking about. So, yeah. There's some pretty cool shit that happens in that. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Like, they're like, all right, let's go into the city and help out now, basically. And then you see a young United Forces general named Iroh get the message and like, all right, let's go to the city. We got to go save them. So
no, that's not it. Because right at the very end of the episode, Aemon takes Lin Beifong's bending.
Really?
Yeah.
That happens before the ships show up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because she's destroying all the airships.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, the two that are following the air kids.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, she gets her bending taken away. Bending taken away, and then they got skeletons in the closet where we learn everything about the
This is actually called Infinity War.
Avatar Infinity War.
Yeah.
Next episode.
I do love that they brought back the hobo character.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes.
He's very cool.
The finest hobo gruel, or what was it, street gruel, or whatever he called it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't realize, at first I thought they were going to do the whole typical thing where Bolin tries a thing and is going to spit it out. And I forgot, wait, him and Mako were raised on the streets. Of course he ate street gruel or some shit like
street gruel.
Hell yeah, dude. That's like what that hobo stew, hobo chili, or whatever it's called. Where they like
where you make
like
chili out of hobos that you invited in to stay the night, but then you murder them over.
Yeah, definitely. No, what's it called? Hobo chili.
It's called hobo stew.
Is it hobo stew? That's just where like all the hobos bring shit that they found, and they throw it in a big old pot. Mulligan stew.
Yeah.
That's
there's this cartoon called Star versus the Forces of Evil. And it has this character who's like this little like floating wizard guy who's like the main character's like magic instructor, voiced by
Chris Hardwick.
No, it was the guy. No, you're very close.
It's somebody who else canceled.
He played the transgender character in Transparent.
Jeffrey Tambor.
Jeffrey
Tambor, voiced by Jeffrey Tambor, and when he got canceled, they had the entire season that character be mute. but
that Jeffrey Tambor thing really hurts me because I really liked him as a comedian.
I honestly don't know what happened with that. But.
So,
sexual harassment allegations by many of his former assistants.
Yeah, so, and also he was like apparently I can't.
Apparently he's a dick too because he like yells at people and shit on set.
Oh god, what's her name? I love her, Jessica Walter. He like yelled at her so bad she cried.
Yeah.
Anyway, in that show, there's this metaphor that like in order to do this magic, you have to dig deep down into the hobo stew and pull out the possum of the magic. Like, so that's what I think of when I think of hobo stew. I know that was
that's a really long thing about mulligan stew, but mulligan stew, I want to make mulligan stew now. I'm looking at this and it sounds real good.
Are you looking at a recipe? Doesn't that defeat the point?
Yeah, mulligan stew implies that it's food that was once a different thing that you.
I just love the idea of like there's this like hobo recipe of like people barely scraping like together to survive, and then this fucking like Taste of Home magazine's like try our mulligan stew recipe.
Yeah,
and it's like whoa, you can be like nice enough to make it for real instead of like fucking scrabbling.
It's kind of like poverty porn.
You start
it is.
By going to the Whole Foods dumpsters.
Yeah.
Just right after they close, right? Because it's still fresh then.
Yeah, it doesn't count as garbage if it's not been in the can for more than 5 minutes.
You wait too long, you're gonna have to fight some raccoons.
Yeah. So, what else is going on? Okay, so they go to they go to what's that?
They ate some mulligan stew.
They ate some mulligan stew, and then at Air Temple Island, Amon is like fucking removing the bending of all the like White Lotus sentries and all like the people, and they're like searching around the fucking underground layers.
They accidentally find Tarlock, and he's like, "Are you here to kill me or rescue me or whatever?" And they're like, "No, you were here.
Oh yeah, and then
you're completely irrelevant.
You were here.
You're completely irrelevant to our whole thing that's going on right now."
Yeah,
so like Amon is my brother, and his name is actually Noatok. And it's like that's not a very easy to say name. We're gonna call him Amon for the rest of the episode, if you don't mind.
So the like fucking equalists have like set up a bunch of mines and shit, and like the United Forces vessels like are getting attacked, and there's like fucking air. It's like a fucking Midway, or like a Pearl Harbor. Like all these fucking planes are dropping bombs on all the ships, and you actually see like the cool like earthbender stations they have where they're whipping like big pieces of earth at the ships, or the firebenders are like using like these cannon things to concentrate their like firebending into like shots. It's actually pretty cool. And Korra is like trying to help out in the water while this is going on. It's just very cool action, which is what this show is.
The
anyway, they go back underground.
So good.
Yeah, and so then like he rescues Iroh, who like flies off a ship, and they go into the underground again, and they talk to Gomu again, and they send a wire to Commander Boomy to come like as backup, basically, because it's like things are out of hand. And then they like are like, all right, now that we know all this shit about fucking Noatok and all this shit, they learned that yet?
They learned that when he's in the cage, and there's a whole backstory thing, and he's like, I have daddy issues. And
so I wanted to mention that this season of Korra is just the bad dads season, because fucking Asami's dad is bad, and Tarlok and Noatok's dad is bad. So don't be a bad dad.
Bad dads actually make a recurring thread in this.
I thought you were going to say, like, in reality. Also, I saw a different video called Bad Daddies, but that was on Pornhub, so...
Yeah. So, like, Tarlok was like... Yokone was like, all right, my two sons have taught how to bloodbend. Fucking bloodbend each other. And this, like, fucking brutal, basically. And then, like, Tarlok's like, maybe we shouldn't do this. And then Noatok's like, you're the weak one, Dad, because you can't even bend. And he fucking, like, bends him. It's like,
he does.
You can tell he's kind of, like, fucked up. It's like the good child, the good son.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, with Frodo and Kevin McAllister.
Yeah. So Noatok runs off, and Yukone and Tarlok are like, we couldn't find him, he left. And Korra's like, this is one of the saddest stories I've ever heard.
Did you really call him Kevin McAllister when I've literally said Macaulay Culkin in this episode?
Wait, no. Sorry, you're talking about Macaulay Culkin.
I think you're talking about Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay, yes. That's right.
So they're like...
It's just I couldn't remember Frodo's name, so I figured I had to pick another character. So
they're like, basically, we can't fight Amon because he's a fucking super bloodbender, and this is why he can beat up all these benders, is because he can, like, see how their bending, like, is working before it happened.
Well, it's like he's subtly influencing their motion.
Yes, with, like, bloodbending.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So then he's able to dodge it.
Exactly. And so they're like, you know what, though? We know he's a fucking waterbender, so we're just going to make him waterbend in front of people, and that will, like, he'll lose all of his power, basically.
We're just going to tell them that he's a bender, so he's going to lose all his, like,
cred.
His political cred, yeah.
It's just like a British politician in the 80s. You just tell them they're a bender. Because bender also is slang. I learned...
it took a while to get there, but the joke worked, I suppose. All right. We're in the final episode of the season, Avengers Endgame, The Legend of Korra.
Turns out they just fucking kill Thanos in, like, the first 10 minutes. And
Yep.
The team splits up, and Bolin, Asami, and Iroh go to the Equalist airbase with Naga to try and stop the fucking planes. And Mako and Korra go to the rally, which is like, I don't know what's Asami thinking about that. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to not be with my boyfriend, and you can go off with Korra. Like, why can't Bolin go with Korra? But anyway, they, like, show up at the rally disguised as chi blockers.
Or Equalists of some sort.
Kai blockers.
It is chi blockers in this.
I say Kai. Cobra Kai. At this moment, Korra unmasks herself and denounces them.
Ki blasts?
Ki blasts. Yeah. He pauses to let Korra speak freely to the crowd. So there's nothing to fear. And it's like, they're kind of losing this because you're really just saying he's a bender. And there's no, like, way to prove that. And then he's also saying, and this is where we get explained what he's doing, is he's removing people's bending through the use of blood bending. It's not a, like crazy thing that Aang was doing, even though he's using, like, the same hand motion that Aang did.
Yeah. So what Aang did was, I think it's called energy bending, technically.
Yeah.
And it's the lion turtle gave it to him.
Yeah. So
whatever. Fucking.
They don't get into good detail about what Amon is doing, but the way I see it is that, like, your chi in your body is tied to that spirit that allows you to bend.
Right. Yeah. So basically, I assume it's some sort of, like, chakra thing.
It, like, cuts you off from
one.
It's kind of like when Aang got lightning bolted and then, like, couldn't get it up anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's
it's
doing
like
that
when that child couldn't get an erection anymore.
And then that's also when he can't heal erect recess. That's a quote from a previous episode that Spanky said. But Yeah, so that's why, like, also, like, fucking, was it Katara can't heal it either?
Yeah,
like, go all the way up there. Because it's, like, it's severed. Like, it's not, like,
But the
hurt.
thing is, like, it's done with bloodbending.
Mm-hmm.
So
but it can't be undone
physically
with the water. It's weird that you can't.
But the thing is the best bloodbender that exists that isn't a fucking criminal is Katara.
Yeah,
so,
I know. It's like it's weird.
I really think that Katara should be able to unbloodbend whatever he did. But anyway.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, my thought is the way that the bloodbending blocks whatever chi, whatever in the people, it's based off of pathways that they already know because of something we're going to see shortly.
Oh, that's true. But anyway, I really like this episode a lot because there's some really cool, like, revelations. So they, like, basically dismiss their claims, and then they're like, all right, let's just fucking attack him because he's captured my family. He's captured all the airbenders, basically, as prisoners, and he was going to remove their bending, and they're, of course, the only airbenders that exist until, like,
the last
3.
airbenders.
We got some crazy shit that does happen after season 2. But, so I'm starting to remember this show now that I've been watching it again and, like, what happens.
Yep.
So yeah, they fight, and a bunch of shit happens.
They rescue the family.
Yeah. Asami and fucking Iroh and Bolin were captured as well when they, like, showed up because they walked into a fucking zap wall. They're like, why are there fucking fence posts but no fence? And it's just like an electric force field. They just get zapped, and they wake up in a prison cell. And Asami's like, "You suck, Dad. Like, just because our mom died doesn't mean all benders are bad."
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's like, hashtag not all benders. Anyway, the airplanes are about to take off, and he's like, we're just going to blow up the fleet. Haha. And I forget what else happens. I forget how they escape. Oh, he's like, yeah, if you can metal bend, you can escape. But of course he can't. And, you know, who comes to save the day?
Naga. The best character.
Yeah,
best character, like, in the entire show.
Naga just, like, busts through the fucking bars. Like, you are strong.
Yeah.
And, like, you just annihilate. And then they get out, and then they have a cool fight where they escape and chase down their dad, and they blow up a bunch of mecha tanks. And fucking Naga also, like, grabs a bunch and whips them around.
Yeah, Naga grabs 3 of the hooks and knocks 3 of the robots down, protecting Bolin. Which is a callback to Korra being like, "Now, Naga, you got to take care of Bolin for me."
So yeah, and then Iroh uses firebending to fucking jet because firebending's fucking badass like that.
Yeah,
and he starts just like there's like a cool like sequence where he's just like jumping from plane to plane and like all like they're blowing up the plane. He just jets to the other one, and yeah, he's basically going through all the planes. And then Amon and Korra fight begins. Then they like cut between these two. Mm-hmm. Mako fires lightning at Amon, and then they both go down there and fight. And that's it, really. They like release him. I forget exactly what.
Amon
and then
steals
they run
Korra's
away.
bending.
Yeah, that's what happens. So they run away basically off stage and escape, but then like Korra confronts Amon finally, basically.
Yep.
And he bloodbends both of them because he's not in the public eye anymore, basically, and beats the shit out of him. Korra is like hiding, basically, like fucking like slasher movie style. And he catches her and fucking steals her bending.
Yeah. Because I assume if you can bloodbend, you can also sense if blood is nearby.
Yes, exactly. And so then Mako like tries to save her, and he bloodbends Mako, and he's like, all right, well, I'm going to get Mako now, basically. I'm cutting back here.
No, that's whenever Korra's like, no, you can't. He's my boyfriend now.
Yeah.
And then she punches a big old airwave at him. Yeah. She can airbend.
She air farts at him.
And then he's like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. And is it maybe I could bloodbend, but before he could bloodbend both of them and whatever, Korra's like, nope, not while you're distracted and off your balance or whatever. So she like fights back against the bloodbending, blasts his dumb ass out of the window.
Yeah. But
and
I
then
really
he
like
falls into the water.
I like the consistency of this too, because like he sealed all of her bending, but she hadn't made the connection yet.
She hadn't
and
unlocked
she was
the area.
Able to unlock that now, at the moment when she needs to, basically instinctively, and saves him, which is pretty badass, actually. A great way to handle that.
Although her airbending style is not the same traditional style, she punches air.
She's like just punching air bullets at people.
It's bending style airbending.
Yeah. It's Korra style. So anyway, he flies off into the water. His like makeup comes off, and then it's the dumbass because
I forgot that the whole his whole scar thing is just makeup.
But there's like the dumbass, like, this is on Nickelodeon, so we have to like make sure kids understand this, where the crowd's like, oh, that was just makeup and he's water bending. It's like, okay, we understand that the crowd figured that out. You don't need to have like a bunch of ADR lines of people like saying what's happening on screen. But whatever, and then what else happens?
He pretty much talk. We should call you Noah Talk because you're Yakon's son. Then he's like, fuck, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to get my brother and we're going to go and live a happy life.
Oh my God, yes.
This ending, though.
His brother's like, all right, puts on the fucking glove, opens up the...
So he goes to Air Temple Island and escapes, and he gets Tarlock. We didn't mention that, or whatever. And he's like, all right, let's speedboat away and start over. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember what happens here. And yeah, Smeggy, go ahead.
Tarlock.
Yeah, he's got this like fucking
it's like sitting in
speedboat.
the back of the boat because it's kind of like a speedboat, and he's like, man, we had a rough life. It's going to be nice to get away and have another chance at this. Right, Noah Talk? And Noah Talk's like, yeah, it's going to be nice to have a good life. And then like you see Tarlock looking at like a glove.
Yeah, one of those electrocution gloves,
And like you think, okay, he's gonna put it on and like take him out, and then go back and you take him to prison or something like that.
And then
he opens up the gas tank of the fucking boat and fucking kills both of them.
And then he says it'll be just like the good old days, and then he cuts back and you see Noah Talk like crying.
Yeah, because he knows what's happening. Because like he's a bloodbender, he knows.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right.
And then it blows them both up.
Batcon.
So we already have a higher body count than the original Avatar series. I also like, because it's Nickelodeon, every time one of those airmen gets shot out of a plane, they have a fucking parachute.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, parachute.
But at the same time, like, people the boats burned. Like, people could not swim
Clearly,
to anything
people are dying.
because the boats were on fire. So if you tried to swim to debris, it would have been debris that would be on fire.
Or like those bombs or torpedoes that hit those boats. Their soldiers were dying. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So anyway, then they kind of do a time jump cut to everybody's up at the southern water tribe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Katara. I just want to cut in
Korra.
as me as the person that's never seen this before. I was like, okay, so she lost all of her bending except for air. So that means season 2 is her like rediscovering all of her bending. No, fixed it.
No, it's just
But I did like that Bolin was like, hey, at least you've got air bending, and I was like, Bolin, that is not the thing you need to be going for.
Because Bolin is like Bolin's like Aang, like he's just super optimistic and nice.
He's just really trying to cheer her up by like looking at the bright side, and it's like not the time to do that.
So Korra runs off to the ice cliff after she learns that Katara's like, I can't fix this. I tried. I can't. And then Aang is just like walking behind her, and he's like, hey girl, hey girl. And then
reincarnation
of
me.
He fucking texts her, you up?
And she's like, Tenzin not now. Oh fuck, it's Aang.
Oh, it's Aang. Fuck. Another bald airbender. But then he sees all the Avatar forms and is like, oh shit, I made my connection to my spirit self, because like I think you mentioned something about like when you hit your lowest point or something, like
you're most
Here's
open
the
to
Deus Ex Machina that solves the main problem with the end of the series.
Yeah. And but then the Avatar version of Aang does his like energy bending on her and unlocks that, and she can enter the.
Now,
Avatar.
I gotta say that I don't feel like it's too Deus Ex Machina, or at least not. It's not too like unprecedented, because you did have Ghost Roku doing shit in the very beginning of Last Airbender.
Correct, and then Aang basically is teaching her his ability that he learned to like restore or remove bending, basically, and then she's able to do that to other people, and that's kind of how it ends. And you get to see Lin fucking like triumphantly lift a bunch of rocks in front of everyone, and be like, "Yeah, I can lift rocks."
Yeah,
and that's it. And then Tenzin's like, "I'm proud of you," because like Korra did well. So where does this series go from here? Everything's fine.
Well, they go back to Air Temple Island, and then Boomy finally shows up, and he's like, "Hey, Tenzin, Uncle Boomy's here." Or, it says Uncle Boomy's here to the kids.
There's a lot of nominative determinism with this crew. Like, hey,
and
you
then,
Boomy, now you're fucking crazy for life. Good job.
Yeah.
So
and then he's like, "Oh, great! Now I got to entertain my older brother," and then the kids are very excited.
Oh yes, I forgot. We have the other thing.
The season one
love triangle. The love triangle ends here into a love line between Mako and
line
Korra,
segment.
Because Mako's like, "Hey, like I didn't really figure it out until you were like kidnapped, but I just realized that I care about you more than anyone else in the world.
I didn't know what I got." Until it was gone.
And then she was like, "Well, I'm gone now," and runs away and cries. And then he comes out for her because just the way he is. And then she's like, "I love you too." And then they also kiss. So it's like, oh shit, it's now fixed.
And then they bone down on the cliff.
They bone down on the cliff. Yeah, that part was cut out, but it's back in when it's on Netflix.
It might have been some fan art I saw. I get confused.
Season 2 preview. Hey, remember the fucking like Spirit World stuff?
The 2 episodes from Last Airbender.
I did notice.
You better get ready for a lot of Spirit World stuff.
I did notice that season 2 was subtitled Spirit. So
yes, I was about to say. So we're going to be.
It's about getting drunk.
World. Yes, it's about drinking.
Yeah.
No. So basically, it's about the Spirit World and the Avatar's connection to the Spirit World, and it's fucking awesome. And we also get the 2 best episodes of the entire series, both series, with where you learn about how the original Avatar came to be.
Yep. Oh, that art style's
a different like animation style for those 2 episodes, and it's incredible.
Gorgeous.
All right.
It's like watching a painting.
I'll play your game.
Anyway, it's awesome. So we're looking forward to that. I think how are we going to split up this next season?
What do we do? 4, 4, 6.
So here's what
an odd number of episodes.
I know. Here's what
or not like odd. It's just different than the previous season.
Here's what I suggest. There are 2 two-parters in this season. It is the first 4. It is the second 4, and then it's and so I thought we should do first 4, second 4, and then finish the season. Yeah, and that's 6, and we could do it if like TJ was like, "Oh, but we'll have to do 6. That's so much more." I'm like, "It's 20 more minutes than like 5, which is what we'd have to do if we did like 5 by 4."
It really just depends how long John's gonna talk for.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I thought it would be easiest for the first 2 to do like up until the 2-parters.
Definitely 4, 4.
And then we can either do 4 and 2 after that, or we can do all 6.
3, 3.
I don't care. But
4,
I think
3,
that
3, 4, 4, 6.
I'm just looking.
We could do 4, 4, 3, 3. That's fine with me too.
So the first 4 makes sense because that ends with a 2-parter, and then the second 4 makes sense because that ends with a 2-part, like you said. I'm just looking at the next ones after that. It could do 3, 3 would make sense as well after that because it looks like the last 3 episodes are kind of like a 3 in a row.
Yeah, harmonic convergence to the end makes sense. So
yeah, let's do it that way.
4, 4, 3,
just
3.
Because I feel like if we do this too much, we'll talk a lot. I don't know, like or I can't convince my wife to watch 6 episodes in a week.
My wife,
John's wife.
I love the skeleton. Like the skeleton Snapchat filter was perfect for that one. I can see your teeth behind the skeleton teeth.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's like an alien situation. Speaking of, can we talk about the greatness that is the Home Depot 18-foot skeleton?
20-foot skeleton, yeah.
I've only heard of this secondhand from fucking My Favorite Murder subreddits and stuff.
Yeah.
This is, I guess,
Or I have summoned Lauren because I'm talking about the Home Depot skeleton. She's appeared. It's 12 foot.
Whatever.
12 foot. It has glowing eyes.
So
I love it so much.
So it's a 12-foot skeleton you can put in your yard, basically, and it has LED lighted eyes. The only problem is it is $300. But it looks incredible. Look up Home Depot skeleton photos.
Wow, this thing's awesome.
Start an OnlyFans account so that I can pay for the Home Depot skeleton.
You could just have an OnlyFans account featuring the Home Depot skeleton.
Look at that.
I know. Just looking at it in people's yards, it's incredible. Because it's taller than your house.
Right, so that's going to be our episode image.
Yeah, so if you guys can send me $300 so I can buy a 12-foot tall skeleton, listeners.
Let's do a Kickstarter.
Let's do a Kickstarter.
I already asked my friend if he'd get the Home Depot skeleton for your birthday.
For my birthday. Anyway.
Oh man, the eyes are so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because it blinks and looks around and shit. That is awesome.
That is not how skeletons work.
We gotta end it. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 412. I'm your host, John.
Skeleton edition.
Oh,
we're these back-to-back, boys. We gotta go. We gotta get.
Okay, let me go get some more booze.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, now thank you for listening. You can find me at John_Danger on Twitter.com. Let's hope that the president does not have a speedy recovery.
You can find me at matthagmusic.com. You can find some samples I took from Lethal Weapon that sound really cheesy and great.
Yeah, it's the best. Twitch.tv/May, whatever. Spanky.
You can find me at www.hemsworthfeet.world.
Yeah, we don't have an outro. Bye, everybody.
Halloween or Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I was gonna fix that. I got distracted by
it, but it's still entirely silent.
It's fixed now after the delay. I was gonna fix that, and then you fuckers got all Snapchatty, and so it's your fault, not mine.
All right, everybody, be quiet and let's get levels.
Who the fuck is Diamond Club?
This is John talking, and this is his level, and this is John, and then Matt, go.
This is Matt, Diamond Club Hag. This is how I talk.
We got TJ over here. Hairy Legs on the stream. Gotta guess the big bucks.
Yahoo!
We're getting levels right. Yeah, I saw. Her legs are bad. I know that.
Yahoo!
It's hard to do the Yahoo because it's yodeling. It's very low at the start because it's yodeling. It's I can't do it. I can't fucking yodel.
Yeah, it is. It's a little yodel. I'm way
Why
behind.
did I pick yodel?
Switch back to the Discord from Discord audio.
Yahoo!
Okay, now I can hear you guys in real time.
Yahoo!
All right, boys.
Where are we dropping?
Yeah, where are we dropping, boys?
I know.
One.
I know Fortnite's a shitty game. We should play it again.
I would like to play it again because I've heard they've added a mass amount of crazy shit.
And regardless, it's a fun game to just shit around in with your buddies.
As long as I don't have to be good at building stuff.
Yeah, that's
I'm not.
Or shooting. Or anything, really.
Last time I actually played a couple of rounds, I got a second place, and I suck at building stuff.
Guys, what we really need to do is fucking play Halo because, like, we have Halo.
We should play World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
I don't have that.
Halo.
We're not playing World of Warcraft until, like, what, November 18th or something like that?
Wait, November? Is that when they confirmed it?
I think they said November 27th.
Podcast. Bye.
Okay, like a month late.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to show a picture of you to the internet
Bitches.
right now, when you're in your jammies.
Don't do that.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I got invited to a Upper Blackrock Spire group by the guild while I was just sitting on my character waiting for a boost.
Are they farming the no? What the
No,
fuck are they doing in Ubers?
I mean, if we're,
So one of the there's a one of our guild members, that shaman Kenny Sham,
Yeah,
is
he's not
switching
that
over. He's switching over to mage because his main in his alliance guild that he was a part of with a bunch of the other guys that joined was mage. So he's really good at playing that. And
Hey,
we need
hey
more
TJ,
mages anyway.
how come you never made a mage called May of Mage?
Oh man, you really missed out.
oh, that'd be
there.
great.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, I'm going to
I'm not
Anyway.
getting enough money with that DoorDash dough to both cover my bills and get another $15 a month subscription.
Oh, I don't know. That's just a little
DoorDash.
bit more of door dashing each
Yeah.
day.
So you can
Huh?
you can also just spend like hours and hours and hours farming gold and then sell that gold.
Yeah, for
Use
$15
that.
a month. Yahoo! All right, we should start.
Yeah, we should.
410. No, 411. I'm editing 409.
Giddy
which
up
should be up
409.
tomorrow.
Did we make that joke? Giddy up
Yep.
409.
100 times. I also want to mention that Marvina is a girl, not a boy.
Marvin can be a girl's name.
Okay,
Ah,
so we're gonna
Marvina.
rule. So what you're saying is I need to rule 34 this shit.
What?
I need to rule 34 this shit. I need to make your jumping spider porn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you need to do that. I mean, it's a free country. You can do that if you'd like. Fuck, man. So
Is the female version of Marvin.
I did a oopsie on Friday afternoon and worked myself up into a panic attack basically while I was trying to fix my vacuum cleaner that I broke by trying to fix it. And it turns out that the Shark Navigator vacuum cleaner has Torx security bolts in it for some fucking reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could take a small flathead screwdriver and
Yeah.
put it in between the security bit in the middle and the edge, so it's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. So no, what
You
I
take
did
a
was I
hammer
had.
and you just go bam,
Yeah.
and it'll snap that piece out, and it'll just be a regular
Oh.
piece after that.
I was about to say because I have a hex bit or whatever the Torx bit without the security thing.
Mhm.
And so I was getting the screws off with that, no problem. But obviously, it's not an ideal situation.
The security
Um,
is where it has a little thing that sticks up in the middle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
it
was.
means it's a
You
boy.
can take a flathead screwdriver and bash him with the hammer.
I have a bit like that somewhere.
So
I have
no.
a set.
So yeah, I got him off. Opened it up. I cleaned out the roller, which is what I wanted to do because there was hair that was my wife's long ass hair was caught up underneath.
Your
there, and I
wife's
was like,
long ass.
I just want to get the top off so that
Long
I can
ass
get in
hair?
there and-
My wife.
My wife's
you guys
ass hair.
remember? You guys remember Borat the movie? The Borat movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
The Borat the Squeakquel.
So anyway, I wanted to just get the hair out, and then when I was putting it back together, just the hex bits, the security bits just won't tighten well, and I've stripped the shit out of one of them, so I just ordered hex bits. But I spent so much time getting angry and yelling and smacking things that I worked myself up into a lather. So That was my Friday afternoon. So, the solution was let's just buy some fucking Torx bits off Amazon for basically like $10 for a full set of security bits, and that's how I fixed it.
I'm proud.
Are you telling us about your anxiety because you're about to leak your dick pics on Instagram?
Yeah.
Are you Chris Evans?
I mean, the Chad filter did not do anything to him, so yes.
So anyway,
I looked up Marvin because I wanted to see if there was an actual female version of Marvin, the name, and there's a Marvin, Missouri I didn't know about. So.
This is all ideal stuff for the podcast. Why haven't we started yet?
Yeah, we should probably start.
Hey, get off there.
I'm going to start since Matt is not turned around on his gamer chair yelling at his cats.
Hey.
You guys ready?
All I have to drink is vodka, and I have nothing to mix it with. So that's going to be
sweet.
Delicious.
Maven is
simple sugar.
Feminine version of
it's Marvina, but I'm going to spell it differently. It's going to be Marveena. And it sounds kind of spooky then. Like she's like a vampire.
Yeah,
Marvina.
I like that.
Or you can
so
just
Marvina,
go Brave Maeve.
Oh, God. All right, anyway, let's start.